Tower attacks. Dropping jaws like an earthquake cracks. Ram gets wrecked, the silver and black. Webby is back. Webby is back.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Golden State Warriors fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction scoreboard for tonight's game. The San Antonio Spurs versus what is left of the Golden State Warriors. They are resting pretty much everybody. I mean, I recognize some of the names there, of course, but there are a lot of guys out for Golden State tonight. This should be a win for the Spurs. However, the Spurs do sometimes tend to play down to their opponents. Not as much lately. They've been actually blowing out bad teams. So I do expect the Spurs to crush that 72% chance to win tonight and beat Golden State to get their 10th win in a row and just inch a little closer to 60 wins. What's up, _ Texan Swarms, Topet Noob, Live, Jax, Cordy, Billy Val. Ready to win indeed. When are we not going to be on national TV? The next game. By the way, I signed up for YouTube TV today. For those that didn't know, they have a special sports package. It's right now $50 a month or $55-ish. But it gives you ABC, NBC, ESPN, TBS, TNT, a whole bunch of sports channels. I'm like, that's perfect for what I need to call the Spurs and the playoffs and watch playoff games and watch UConn this weekend. So it works out for me, and I just thought I'd let you guys know that. So thank y'all for being here. Art, what's going on? Stingray X Factor. Thank you. I'm glad you liked the short. What's up, Gabriel? I might be saying double highs, but I don't know. Sam, good evening to you. What was I streaming for this? I don't know what you mean. I'm using OBS to stream it, and I'm watching the game on YouTube TV, which is on, the game is on ESPN. What's up, Banger Wave? Most of the couch contingent is here, and looking at Jonathan on screen. I will be watching the UConn games this weekend, and likely be doing a short hopefully a short. Game is on ESPN, XX. Vicky, good evening to you. Jacob, what's going on? I am ready for the playoffs. Where do I see your Cavs going? Your Cavs just lost to the Lakers, right? I see your Cavs getting eliminated in the second round. I'm sorry, Jacob. I don't think they're the top dog in the Eastern Conference. I think the Eastern Conference Finals will likely be the Knicks and the Celtics. New York versus Boston. Should draw a lot of ratings. What's up, David? Thank you for stopping in. Ryan, thank you for being here. Wemby, 50, 15, and 10. According to John Doe, that would be a huge game. Damian, apparently they did. What's going on, Andy? Who? Tony Kimball? I'm shocked Golden State is like, it seems like they're not even trying tonight. Is it just me? And we've been seeing this happen with a lot of teams where they have some injuries and they're just like, let's just rest everybody against San Antonio. Irie, go Spurs, go from the other side of the planet. No, Stingray, I can get everything I need. I'll have access to all the playoff games. The only service I might need to get that's additional is Peacock TV. I'm hoping that no playoff games are exclusive to Peacock. That would be stupid, which means it'll probably happen. It's been Jacob, I've never called a playoff series for the Spurs. Not a full playoff series. I called the last two playoff games versus the Denver Nuggets back in 2019, the year the channel started. By the way, 6 days to 7-year anniversary of TSR Sports, lucky number 7. But yeah, we're obviously a lock for the playoffs. Probably going to finish second in the Western Conference. OKC is just, it's not that the Spurs aren't playing well enough, it's that OKC is still playing too well. Maybe, Damien, we'll see the Plum VP. Good evening, that mellow guy. Yes, _ it is a little big on me. I didn't realize it when I put it on. This is a triple XL. And TSR is not girthy enough to fill a triple XL. Girthy group would fill it up, but me, I'm more of an XL, larger XL. Probably a large, actually. So yes, this is kind of big on me. Maybe I'll grow into it. Actually, I don't want to grow into it because that means I've gotten very big. What's going on, everybody? Rainier, thank you for stopping in from the Philippines. April 5th this month, yes, which the Spurs are off that night, so I won't be streaming. They have a game before and after, so I'll probably do something Monday the 6th, some kind of giveaway to celebrate the 7-year anniversary. And hopefully have a good game tonight. Going a little early, games on ESPN. I'm sure ESPN is not very happy because this should be a huge nationally televised game. Wemby and company versus Steph Curry and company. No Steph Curry. Jimmy Butler's out for the season. I think Curry's coming back Sunday versus the Rockets, so he is coming back soon. But Golden State is really resting everybody. That's Mike Johnson. The Spurs are just missing Luke Cornett. And Golden State has players playing likely that I've never heard of. Omar Yurtseven, Malave Leons. These are guys that played in their last game. They're resting almost everybody. Draymond is playing. Brandon Podjimski's playing, who If you're a Spurs fan, he probably is most memorable for leg sweeping Wemby earlier in the season. But a lot of guys out. Too Clutch Corey, what's going on? Gabriel with the $2 super chat says, born and raised in San Antonio, Texas, the River Walk is ready. No Stingray X Factor. So the first two gifts were from iWessex. You might see them in the chat tonight. Totally unexpected. The jersey and DVD were from Phil, and then the last DVD was from Miss TSR. We returned the DVD tonight. You guys were saying maybe give it away. I thought about doing that, but then I realized there's a item missing in my Spurs collection. I don't have their first championship DVD, or first championship on DVD. I have it on VHS, and I have no way of watching VHS these days. So we swapped out the duplicate 2014 DVD for $98.99, and now I'll have all 5 championship years on DVD and or Blu-ray. I did watch the 2014 one yesterday, and it was nice trip down memory lane. Fair enough, Jedi Master Colton. 69 likes, nice. Wemby size 22 shoes, we were just talking about you. I think I may have told you on the Twitters, we exchanged the duplicate DVD Miss TSR got me for a $98.99 one. I watched the 2014 one yesterday. It was a nice trip down memory lane. It was weird seeing the Spurs having fun with Kawhi and talking him up. It was a little sad too. I was like, wow, it seemed like he was really part of the team at that moment in time. And then, of course, things just absolutely went a few years later. Good day, Alvin. Thank you for stopping in. Medicare guys, will do. Chen Smoke, what's up from the 2-0? Do you see Wemby give the Artemis 2 well wishes? Join their... No, Jacob, I did not. Wemby, I did. All right, Phil, I did enjoy it. I did listen to your album this morning. I was slightly distracted. I was at work, but I had it on the background. That last song definitely hit home. I don't know if I'd already heard that one. I will say to anybody in the chat, if you've used Suno, 5.5 is... Wow, I've only played around with it a little bit, but the quality of the sound is another huge jump from when they were, and they already sounded pretty good at 5.0, 5.5. It's going to be scary when they get to version 6, 6.5, 7, etc., etc. Joe, Ghostbirds, go to you. XX, the game will probably start in about 20 minutes. I went live a little early tonight. What's up, Faded? Thank you for stopping in. Wemby size 22. All of my stuff on the channel is version 4.5 and 5. I've not made anything new at 5.5. I did decide, though, and actually, Stingray X Factor, Curry's out, Cole thing. Punk Yodi, what's going on? I know Stingray X Factor, you watch the comic book channel. I don't know if anybody else does in the chat, but I've decided I want to branch out musically a little more. You guys know I do the sports music here, and I've realized I'd like to continue to do different things musically, but I don't want to put any non-sports music here. So over on Philobox Comics, I'm going to start doing comic book songs. I'd probably do a song about, like the Hulk and, Groot's a Marvel character. So that'll give me a chance to think about stuff that's different and also give me different types of content over there. So I'm looking forward to it. I think Seth Curry is playing, but Steph Curry is not playing, the better Curry. Kevin says, as a Spurs fan living on the East Coast, Kevin, we not only play, Pero, thank you for stopping in. We not only play at 10 o'clock tonight, Eastern Time, but tomorrow we play at 10:30 versus the Clippers. Uber Jr., yes, it is must-see TV. I had to look up, Phil, I see your comment in there. I had to look up what Gent was, because I've never heard of it. It felt a little new metal versus deathcore from my ear. I could be wrong. I don't know. I listened to the comment. Oh, okay. They're semi-retired. By the way, the Slingin' That D song is done. I was hoping to have a video up Friday. I want to take my time with that video. My music videos admittedly are a little rushed, which is usually there's not a lot of gravitas to them except for a few here and there. So I might delay that to next week. I'm currently working on a video that I want to put a little more time into. You guys have seen I've been doing less videos on the channel, but I'm really shooting more for quality over quantity. I used to pump and dump, if you will, a video every single day back in the day, but a lot of times it would just be me reading Air Alamo articles and then giving my 2 cents. And I really want to try to do better videos where instead of doing 3 to 4 videos a week, maybe 1 to 2, but they're better, if that makes sense. What's up, JH? Thank you for stopping in. Must sleep TV tonight, right? Darth Jader, the Clippers game is 10:30. So that game's not going to get over till 1 a.m. or later, my time. I am off tomorrow and Friday. Worked out pretty well. Friday is Good Friday, or Bad Friday, depending on your perspective. And I am off because of that. And I saw that nobody was off tomorrow. I was like, you know what? I have plenty of vacation time. I'm going to take tomorrow off. So now I've got the next 2 days off plus the weekend. So TSR, a little 4-day vacation. Dolores, I am going to be very busy. Yeah, Stingray, I really want to make it look a bonjour, Arno. I want to do a good job on the Slinging That D video, but also in the next video, the Spurs video, I'd like to do a little more editing on it. And that's my goal moving forward, is I really want to shoot for quality over quantity. I'd rather put up a video that's, more engaged than it gets some good engagement. People are, really interested instead of just a standard, news video, glaze of Spurs, whatever. Darling Chong, what's going on from the other side of the world? Ahmed Buddy, they are so much better without Trae Young. It's crazy. The Alien versus the Unicorn. Chet Smoke, good evening to you. S.A. Inc. and Will, thank you for stopping in. Marcy, thank you for stopping in from France. The Spurs play Clippers, that would be a nice thing to... the playoffs are going to be late anyway. It's the West Coast. It is what it is. I think we can beat the Lakers, Daniel. The Lakers, especially now that they've kind of switched their offense with Luka being the focal point, LeBron has dropped, I don't want to say dropped, but have become the second or third option, and it's working very well, but they are still not good defensively. And I think the problems on that team defensively are going to be exposed in the playoffs. I'm not worried about playing the Lakers in the second round. Westix, the man of the hour, too sweet, not sour. Thank you for stopping in, Westix. The Cannibal Corpse posters in the room as TSR is going to get her Stefan Castle when she's back to Turkey. Can't thank you enough again for those items. That was definitely a shock, but a pleasant one. What's up, Machine 78? Atlanta's playing great. It is the reverse Trae Young effect. And Maxwell, yeah, the Lakers roster is not built to play defense. I think the Spurs can take advantage of that in the playoffs. I think the Spurs beat the Lakers in 6. Clippers and Nuggets, only teams I fear. Any good three-point tuning team could cause us some issues, but we've been playing really well since February 1st. That would be incredible if Atlanta made a run in the playoffs and we face them in the finals while we have their pick. Bubba, can we get 100 likes? Actually, we've gotten to 200 likes a couple times this year before tip-off. I don't know if we can do that. We have about, I'd say 13 minutes before tip-off. We definitely can get 100 likes before tip-off. I don't know if we can get to 200. We'll need a lot more people in here. I don't think there's going to be enough interest in the game to do that. Not because Spurs fans aren't interested in the Spurs and Warriors. I think Warriors fans might be less interested in this game tonight because everybody's out. Raider Paul, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Kiddos, OKC's on a roll. Kokoshiba, good evening to you. Thank you, Phil. So smash that thumbs up. Where is Pop at? Where's Pop? Pop, help me out. Last 2 months, top 2 defensive net ratings are the Spurs and the Hawks. I mean, Trae Young was a defensive albatross. He was a horrible defender. He was a traffic cone. Moving off from Trae Young ended up being a terrific move for Atlanta. Sure, they might not have the star power that they had, but they're winning. 124, nice. Spurs fan, thank you for stopping in. And the couch contingent's all here. Jonathan's hanging out here. I will be watching the UConn games this weekend. I will not be calling them. The women play on Friday, the men play on Saturday, but I will do a short again, especially if it's crazy. Like, I'm sure you guys heard what happened with UConn versus Duke. Duke absolutely choked the game away, lost by a three-pointer by Mullen at the end, and it was easily the best college basketball game I've ever watched. Granted, I don't think I've seen... Maybe, I don't really even watch 10. Beyond the box, you're surrounded by Spurs fans. DA1 up in Toronto, thank you for stopping in. Follow the ESPN or the main media. I really don't. I've actually seen, lately I've been seeing weird videos pop up, like people don't like the Spurs or the Spurs are unlikable. And I really don't like main media because they didn't give a crap about the Spurs until Wemby. Granted, we were a losing team, and even actually Wemby's rookie season and a lot of last year, we didn't get any coverage. Now this year, they're showing games left and right. They're making ESPN every day. There's a video coming out about how the Spurs can win it all, and it's like, whatever. I got nothing. Sacramento's winning against the Raptors, and wow, are the Raptors decent this year? I don't think the Spurs are catching OKC, Stingray. OKC's playing too well. Steven D, what's going on? Tax Brazilian Ghost. Pop had someone. Yes, that's the thumbs up. The old Hack-a-Shack. So, Prod, they interviewed Keldon Johnson recently, and he said that they were all wearing headbands recently because they were bored. I don't know. You know what? I like being the villain too, Kokushibo. I wonder if anyone in the chat knows. Yes, Phil, I'm sure they do. Yeah, we are kind of the villains now. You know what? Some people don't seem to like the fact Wemby said he should be the MVP. You know what? Maybe we need that. You know, we haven't had a player like that's come out and talked like that in, gosh, I don't know. Have we? David was never like that. Tim, I don't. You know what? Let him be confident. Maybe a little cocky. I don't know, but you know, it's good to have a player that wants to win. To that player, the All-Star game means something. The MVP means something. He wants a ring. You know, those goals and aspirations aren't usually shared by a lot of players anymore. It just seems like it's, even maybe for some players, it's all about the biggest contract, and it's not even about winning. And you see a guy that his goal is just winning and winning. Whether it's winning a champion, you know, he just wants to win everything. And I think that's good. That's good for our team, right? What's up, Homer? Thank you for stopping in. 5 Lug Racing. Thank you for stopping in. You know what, Prod? I don't remember Derrick Rose's MVP campaign because it's... But yeah, Derrick Rose... Isn't Derrick Rose the... Is Derrick Rose the current reigning youngest MVP of all time? Yeah, you know, so to touch on what you're saying there, Kokushibo, I remember way back in the day, Eli Manning was asked, do you think you're an elite quarterback? And he said, yes. And he got trashed for it. What is he supposed to say? No, I don't think I'm very good, but I don't know. I like what Wemby's doing. Okay, Derrick Rose is the current youngest MVP. Okay. League ain't ready for Headband Wemby. Oh my gosh, what's up, R3? Stop it. Headband Wemby. Wow. Yeah, Bart, that's true. But hopefully we don't run into that situation. In defense of David, Akeem was unstoppable against everybody that year in the playoffs. He schooled Shaq. He schooled David. David was at a little bit of a disadvantage. Dennis Rodman was on that team at the time, and Dennis Rodman was an offensive liability. Every time the Spurs had the ball in offense, it was 5-on-4. So I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure David was double-teamed a lot in that series. Bald Headband Wemby. There you go, Kyle. That the national media is calling Wemby Kage because he says he wants the MVP. When the media when the media that was on site asked him if you were campaigning, what would you? Yeah, right. That's why I don't like. I don't really watch. I mean, I'm watching ESPN right now to watch the game, but otherwise, I mean, I swear on my YouTube feed because I get Spurs content pop up. Every day I see a video by ESPN now that the Spurs can win and all. I was like, get out of here, ESPN. DMA, no comment. I mean, it is what it is. As you do know my religion, if somebody asked, I'll share that, but that's where I leave it. And, you know, we're in a world where you got to be careful what you say on social media. As a sports channel, I try to keep it as sports related as possible, avoid sex, politics, well, we make sexual jokes, innuendo, but, you know, politics and religion are very divisive, and I wouldn't talk about them at work. I'm not going to talk about here. It is what it is. Best of luck to him, though. Seriously. What's up, Levi and friends? Your daughter Paisley's listening with you till tip-off. I just shouted her out. What's up, Knights Pride? Yes, Antonio. I expect to see Wemby play 36 minutes a game. I think that's why we've been seeing his minutes ramp up. Now, I don't know what to expect minutes-wise tonight and tomorrow night. We're on the back-to-back. The Golden State Warriors are resting their whole team tonight for the most part. So this might be a good game to have Wemby play only 24 minutes-ish, if possible. And then he should be good to go tomorrow night. Almost 200 likes. Area 51 is here. Good evening to you. Can we get to 200? Thank you, Owen. Yeah, 5 lug. And people do want to talk about it here. And I made the mistake of opening that door in 2020. And it won't happen again. It's, this is a place to get away from that. TSR Sports. This is a place to come talk Spurs. If you want to talk Yankees or New York Giants or how much the Giants stink, I'm open to that conversation. If you guys want to go off tangent and talk about the UFC, or boxing or the WWE, I'll try to contribute as much as I can, especially on those last two. If you want to talk a little during halftime or during a commercial break, TSR, I know you play Magic. What decks are you playing? Are you still collect comics? Well, obviously collect comics. If we want to talk about, that type of stuff, hobbies, I'm all in. But the other stuff, nah. What's up, Hector from Puerto Rico? I cannot vote on the poll, by the way. But I would probably vote. I would actually vote 21-30. I can't vote on my own poll, but I think the Spurs are going to win by 21-30. I think this is going to be a blowout. The question is, how many minutes do the starters play? What's up, Daniel Barry? Thank you for stopping in. Yes, Damien, it would. I need the Giants to take Cardinal. Texas made the NFL. Oh, that's right. You know what? I want to announce this again since some of you are just coming in. So I've made a change in how I'm watching sports on my TV. I know I needed the Spurs for 2 ESPN games this month. We also have the playoffs coming up. And I was looking around for packages, and this is for anybody out there. What's up, Isabel? Thank you for stopping in from France. If anybody is looking for a package to watch sports on only, because I don't watch a lot of TV outside of sports, YouTube TV now has a sports-only package. It's like 60 channels. I don't remember how many exactly, and it's right now $55 a month as an introductory price. I know that's not cheap for some folks. But you get ABC, NBC, CBS, TBS, TNT, ESPN1, ESPN2. For me, I get NBC Sports Boston, NFL Network, NBA TV. It's got all the channels you should need to watch all of the NBA playoff action this month in May and June. For me, it's actually going to be a bonus that I'll get to watch the UConn games on there. Also the NFL draft, the NBA draft, the NBA lottery. So hopefully it means more content. I was talking to Ms. TSR about this. I've kind of dropped the ball, and my apologies to you guys. I should be doing more content on the channel after the game. And what I mean by that is there's some really good moments in those post-game interviews. And usually I'm talking to you guys and going the box score and Mitch is talking. But when the other players are coming out, Wemby and company, I should be doing shorts if they say anything interesting. Case in point, Wemby recently was talking about how he'd like to play with Stephon Castle for the next 15 years. I should have clipped that, but I usually, it's late and I just go to bed. I want to get more shorts up. When the NBA playoffs start, try to catch the end of games where there's, a game-winning shot type situation. More shorts, not more videos, definitely not more live streams. I don't have time for more lives. Regular videos I don't have much time for, but just getting shorts. So you guys, maybe the you guys that come here for Spurs information or content, give you a little more than just the lives and the videos. What's up, The Real Tom? Thank you for stopping in. As a Wolves fan, here I got Spurs in 2. You got Spurs in 2? I'm not sure what you mean. What's up, D7? Thank you for stopping in. Yep, Cornette is out. I'm a little worried about Cornette being out often. Kevin, yep. Although, ESPN, are those other channels are going to be on? Tony, I'm avoiding watching it. I feel like there's going to be a lot of spoilers in it, so I am absolutely... Oh, Real Time, we could definitely be playing the playoffs. Big Perk said Wemby has been reincarnated. He said Wemby has an old soul. He's been here... What kind of nonsense is that? I got you, Real Time. Okay. I like that too, David. Has to put the ball higher sometimes. How many minutes will it take women to get a double-double? He set the record, Owen, for quickest double-double. Did he not, guys? Cornette's out. I'm a little worried about the amount of time Luke's missing this year. I mean, he has been injury-prone throughout his career. A little more healthy the last few years, so we'll see. Was Next Generation my favorite Star Trek? So Daniel, I'm not a Star Trek guy. Thank you, iWest6. What's up, Beavis? My girlfriend, who will be gone, by the way, guys, she's gone till April 18th, maybe a little later, depending on when flight gets in. I don't know when she'll be back on the channel, but she is going to be flying off to Turkey for 2 weeks and some change. But her favorite incarnation of Star Trek is The Next Generation, and Captain Jean-Luc Picard is her, TV crush, star crush, man crush, I don't know. But she loves JL. Boop. Wemby got a double-double in 8 minutes and 31 seconds. That is crazy. Faded, I'm not a big fan of the new Star Wars stuff, so that really dropped Star Wars. I love episode 4, 5, 6. One of the greatest trilogies of all time, no doubt. 1, 2, 3. I mean, 1 had so much potential with Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn, But overall, I don't love the movie. The second one, I can't stand Attack of the Clones. The third movie, I do like. And then 7, 8, 9. But then you got the Mandalorian's good. So I haven't watched enough Star Trek to say one's better than the other. I know both audiences are very diehard with their loyalty. I'm more of a Star Wars guy myself, but I've also been very frustrated with the direction of Star Wars the last decade. What's up, Xavier? Thank you for calling back. What country is Turkey scared of? Hungary. I do like He-Man. I saw Master of the Universe. Heck yeah. Hi, Westix. I got some autographs of Gwar. I saw Gwar in 2007 at I don't remember the name, Sounds of the Underground. So yes, very familiar with Gwar. I own 2 of their albums. They're the one with the road behind on it. I want to say that's their, is America Must Be Destroyed? And then the one they got nominated for a Grammy for Hail Saddam a Go-Go, which is a terrible song name. But I have those 2 albums, whatever they're called. It is on ESPN tonight, guys. I think we may have gotten close to 200 thumbs up before. Did we get it? 200 before the game started. You guys, you're the man. Or you're the woman. Awesome. I did not think we could do it, and we did it. Thank you, everybody. Tip-off should be any second now. What's going on, Seth? Thank you for stopping in. Elite, I am rocking the Dylan Harper jersey that Wemmy size 22 shoes sent me. It's a little big. It's a lot big. It's a triple XL. I'm not that girthy. Cassia, I do like old Beastie Boys stuff back in the day. Drop the hammer. What's going on? Real Tom, I would agree. Wemby has talent, yes. Injury free would be good tonight for both teams. Melissa hates the ESPN crew. Okay, fair enough. Carlos Jeter, como está mi hombre? It's been a while. I appreciate that. Carlos, you missed an incredible unboxing the other night. I can't even... I was absolutely just shocked at what you guys had sent over. Miss TSR does travel a lot, Gribbler. Absolutely. Dean, Spurs injuries. David Jones-Garcia out for the year. Luke Cornett out tonight. And this is our last back-to-back. Who's meant to be backy? Our last back-to-back of the year. What's up, Juan? Thank you for stopping in. Larry, what's going on? Thank you, Drop the Hammer. Our last back-to-back. I can't tell you how exhausting those have been. Especially this one. Fox, Castle, Vassell, Champagne, Wemby for the Spurs. Podzinski, Richard, Cryer, Williams, and Green for the Warriors. My goodness, they are... wow. Will Richard is number 3. I don't have him on my... The Warriors, I think, have 9 healthy guys tonight. Draymond Green, Brandon Podzinski, Will Richards, Pat Spencer, and LJ Cryer, I think, or maybe his name, I don't know. It is going to be tough to call the Warriors. You know, Pods does go off against us. The Spurs won the jump ball. Let's get our good luck Yodi boop. Thank you for the update on that, Kevin. Boop. Gio, what's going on? And Spurs will start it off. Draymond Green guarding Wemby. Drops it off to Vassell. Vassell in the paint. Throws it out to Wemby. Wemby with the off-balance jumper. And one. I think Wemby's going to go off today. KP is out, Billy. Kristaps Porzingis is out. Steph Curry is out. Jimmy Butler, of course, is out. DeAnthony Melton, Gary Payton. The Golden State Warriors injury list is massive. I can't remember everybody that's out at this point. What's up, Z? Thank you for stopping in. Wemby makes a free throw. It is already 3-0. The game just started. What's up, Glaze and Bacon? They better win this a lot. And yes, they have guys I've never heard of. The Drew Show with the $20 super chat. Thank you very much, The Drew Show. The frustrating thing about Star Wars and Lucas selling to Disney with Kathleen Kennedy in charge is this. Lucas spent 30 years expanding a galaxy far, far away with novels, a more detailed world than Lord of the Rings. She threw it away. Yeah. They took such a amazing universe, so much lore, and I'm not going to point the finger at her, but just Disney in general just dropped the ball left and right with Star Wars. 3-0, where you have a stoppage in play. What's up, Gino? Thank you for stopping in. Oh, I do have to fix the stars. Thank you. Appreciate that. I didn't see you said that, but you are correct. All right, everybody's available now that we can see everybody there. Thank you. Appreciate it. Did not catch that. All right, it is Warriors ball looking for their first bucket. There's a 3. That's an In-N-Out burger. It is Spurs ball, and I don't know some of these guys for Golden State. I really don't. My apologies. So I might have some trouble calling the game. Wemby into the paint. Layup good. Wemby at the first 5 points. Pod is playing. Oh. All right. And a turnover by the Warriors. By the way, Rizzy wanted to know that he told himself to STFU, and he loves the Spurs. So I don't get why you're telling yourself to be quiet, but I appreciate you being here. You won't be able to talk for 24 hours. I don't like people yelling at themselves, so I did time you out. This is a heads up. All right, Warriors ball. Off-balance jumper is no good. My God, I don't know who these guys are. Castle with the ball for the Spurs, gets up into the paint. Layup is no good, and he's fouled, going to line for 2. Yes, Kevin. Wemby, 85-point game. The real time, I don't think we can get the first seed simply because Golden State is so far ahead. Or not Golden State. Got a Golden State in my head. The Thunder are so far ahead. I don't think we're catching them. I know it's only 2 games or 2.5 games, but they're winning at such a high clip. So I don't know what's going on with the Warriors. They're resting everybody. I fully expected a couple players to be out tonight, but then when I saw their injury report, I'm like, why is everybody sitting? Steph hits both free throws, 7-0. Bubba, so is YouTube TV a little better sync-wise? I am watching YouTube TV. Is it quicker than the NBA League Pass? Probably not as fast as cable. Draymond Green in the paint. Layup is no good. And Wemby will get the rebound. And he gets grabbed by Draymond. Draymond, what are you doing? That was easily an intentional foul. He grabs Wemby's jersey. Group. Tell the folks to be nice to themselves. I'm Groot. All right, there we go. Trace, I hope you're right. It'd be great to get the first seed, but the Warriors have to lose. Wemby at the line. I think we had a technical. It's 8-0. Sean, I haven't used that, but Miss TSR has. YouTube Multiview. What's going up, TX Zombie? Teams hate the Thunder so much that they're resting their guys to help us catch them. Spurs ball. The Warriors are 0 for 5 from the field. Fox with the ball. Guarded by Pods. Takes off into the paint. Fadeaway jumper. I think Golden State. I think Steve Kerr might want to take a timeout. Green with the ball at the moment. Gets to Pods. Pods going to fire up a 3. In and out. Wemby with the rebound. Oh, boy. There's a turnover. Spurs lost it out of bounds. I had a feeling this would be rough, but man, Golden State, they need some milk. All right, Warriors ball, still looking for their first score. Pods hits a 3. 10-3. There it is, fire Mitch. Wemby gets it over to Champagny. Champagny slips, gets it back to Castle. Castle takes off, drives in the paint, and alley to Wemby, throws it down. Area 51, baby. And a foul on Wemby. No shot for the Warriors. Mitch be gone. Nice. No Giannis. We don't need Giannis. I think Giannis would mess up the chemistry. No Giannis. Sean Silla, good evening to you. Zodiac, what's going on? Pods with the ball. Fakes out Stefan Castle twice. Now takes a layup and misses a layup. Wemby with the rebound. Pods really got Steph off his feet twice. No, we couldn't shut out the Warriors. Fire Mitch. There you go. Another alley-oop to Wemby. Just do that all night. Do it all night. Just keep alley-ooping on the Wemby. Draymond Green can't cover Wemby. Not at the rim. He's too tall. Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs. Gets it over to Champagnie for three. Oh, my God. There's a timeout. Oh, my God. 17-3. No mercy is right, lethality. Let's get a Wemby P up. The Drew Show with another super chat drops to 10 and says, here's my theory about a conspiracy. Kerr leaves for a media job. Okay? Curry plays out his contract. Both sign with the Charlotte Hornets in 27-28. Kerr likes ready-built teams just like Jackson. Kerr equals fraud. Wow, you see Steph Curry leaving the Warriors to go to the Hornets? How old is Steve Kerr? See, he played at the Spurs in the early 2000s. He's about 35. Is Steve Kerr like 55 to 60? I could possibly see him retiring after he leaves the Warriors. I don't know. Yap. Good evening to you. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate everybody being here. I don't know who I've said hi to and who I have not, but I appreciate you being here. He is not 38. John, it's looking like a scrimmage and not a good one. Wemby's dropping 50, calling it. He's got 10. The thing is, guys, he might not play enough. If this continues the way it is and the Spurs are up by... Kerr is 60. Holy crap, he's older than I thought he was. I said 55 to 60. This is not how I thought the game would start. Good evening, Chris. 5 more rebounds and Wemby's going to get a double-double? Seriously? Oh, gosh, he's got 10 and 5 already. You weren't kidding. By the way, guys, I shut off the translation feature. You guys were talking... It's very confusing because I see somebody put something in French. Yap just did, and while it'd be nice to translate that, everything you guys were saying, anything that was slightly abbreviated or accurate, it was trying to translate it, and it made it a mess, so I shut the translation off. Daryl, I don't like blowouts. They're not the funnest games to call. But I guess as a Spurs fan, I got to get used to us blowing out the other team. And you know what? After 6 losing seasons and being on the wrong side of plenty of blowouts, I'm good with this. Butler is out for the season, correct. And Steph Curry is out until... What's up, J-Money? Curry, I guess, is back Sunday versus the Rockets. What do you think about SGA going to the line 24 times? Did he go to the line 24 times in the last game? Because that is boring. There was a Spurs-Lakers game earlier this season where the two teams combined took like 80 free throws. The game took over 3 hours. It was awful. Dylan Harper's on the bench. Yep. I don't think... Yeah, no substitutions yet. We're only 4 minutes into the game. We're on pace to score 50 points in the first quarter. Are you not entertained? Nice. Ant's performance? I don't know what... I haven't actually watched enough of Ant to critique his play this year. I've only watched his game versus the Spurs. Today, Curry said his knee is still... Oh, is it really? My G League Bucks almost beat the Rockets. We're coming back from the timeout, and the Spurs are up 17-3. Oh, the Splash Brothers. Well, the Splash Brothers... The Splash Brothers aren't together anymore. Klay Thompson's in Dallas, and last I knew, not playing well. I haven't checked on him in ages. Curry's been injured for, I don't know how long for Golden State, but it's been a while. B-Bear, what's happening is the Spurs are laying the smack it down on Golden State. SG needed 25 free throws to beat a Pistons team. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Pistons were without everybody. LeBron James is in the chat. The king himself has entered the chat. LeBron, thank you for stopping in. While not the biggest fan of LeBron, I certainly respect his game, and having him in the chat, pretty cool. All right, Warriors ball. Can they get anything going? There's a pull-up jumper, and it's swished by Seth Curry. Wait, why do the Spurs have 0? What happened? I don't know what happened. I don't know why the Spurs just went to 0. I just fixed it. What happened? It's 17-5. We had 17, then it went to 0. It did glitch, Maxwell. Yeah. 17-5. All right, De'Aaron Fox with the ball for the Spurs. Drives in the paint. Lots of contact. Layup good. I guess, yeah, the scoreboard was trying to make it a game again. Spurs are in the bonus, by the way. Maybe Seth Curry will have a huge game for the Warriors tonight. I don't know. Yeah, we have a foul on San Antonio. I think we have 2 free throws coming up for the Warriors. 300 likes? Nice. Even the scoreboard feels sorry for the Warriors. Yeah, I guess so. 19-5. There's Seth Curry on the bench. Osman Jang had 36 points. Pete Nance had 26. Wow. 2 free throws for the Warriors. First one's good. And I'm going to struggle calling something that's... Omar, you're 7? Omar, you're 7? At the line for 2? I don't know who these guys are. Oh, well. Here's what it is. Made them both. There's a lot of guys here I have not seen play for the Warriors. So, bear with me as I try. And we have a turnover by the Spurs. I think it might have been an offensive foul on Stephon Castle. There's another Super Chat. The Drew Show is lighting up the Super Chat tonight. Munif crucified Bam and Miami for 43 free throws in one game. They did, but stay silent when SJ gets the same across too. You must sponsor the refs union or something. You know, Drew Show, he does take a zillion free throws, and it's not entertaining basketball. There's a miss by the Warriors. Spurs ball. Dylan Harper's on the court. Nice Euro step into the paint and gets the layup around Seth Curry. There you go. Fire Mitch. You know what's amazing is people still run to that short that I did where I was not happy that Mitch got hired and give me grief, even though I've been supporting him relentlessly. Just a few days after I made that short, I changed my stance. It's like I can't change my opinion. I'm going to be held to that opinion for if you're here an attorney. So, whatever. Almost a turnover by Steph. Falls down to the ground, gets the ball to Wemby. 21-9, 6 minutes to go. Wemby out, 3-point land, little crossover, gets fouled, going to the line for 2. Landon, it's looking that way. What's up, Stefan Castle in the chat? Stefan Castle in the game and in the chat. I totally turned the corner, Jay Bean. I did the short saying I didn't like the hiring of Mitch. I will totally concede. I'm not acting like that didn't happen. And then it was like 3 or 4 days later, we found out the team was behind it. That the players wanted that this was all planned. And I was like, you know what? All right, that's what the team wanted. That's what the players wanted. I'm in. And I did a video on it saying, let's support Mitch. And since then, I have never said, I don't believe, jokingly, I've said it on my channel reading, fire Mitch, but I've never actually said fire Mitch. I said, hey, let's give him a chance. He's, the team's going to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes. Overall, I think he's doing very good. I give him an A- for the year. And I think he should be coach of the year. But yeah, people like to go back to the short and like, you're a moron. I'm like, whatever. Life as a YouTuber, right? Miami makes them both 23-9. Tread, I absolutely do think we can win by 20. Wemby with 12 points so far in the first quarter and 6 boards. It is Warriors ball. And there's a block by Wemby. No. Nate Williams tried a layup on Wemby, and Wemby said, get out of the way, fool. What is Nate Williams thinking, trying a layup on Wemby? It is still Warriors ball. To get the ball into Omar Yurtseven, and he misses the corner 3. Harper flies in the paint. Alley-oop to Wemby. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Oh, it's going to be a long night, I think, for Golden State. You know what? The Warriors beat us twice this year. Even though this is the Warriors B team, you got to think the Spurs want revenge. Grant me revenge. It is Warriors ball at the moment. Pat Spencer's going to drive, takes an off-balance jumper. It's good. What's up, Jim from the WRRC? Thank you for stopping in. Rich Spurs lost 2 games in 50. Spurs lost 2 games in 59 games. Amazing. Carlos, I don't know what you mean by that. They lost 2 games in 59 games. I'll read it, but I'm not sure what you mean. I must be misunderstanding it. We've lost just 2 games since like February 1st, I believe. Curry for 3, no good. Castle with the rebound will bring it up for San Antonio. Gets up the court quick into the paint and gets fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2. 59 days. All right, Carlos, I'm sorry, I'm reading it. And I'm like, What am I missing here? Yeah, we've been on a roll since February 1st. An absolute roll. Killing it right now. I saw somebody ask for some Chuck. Let me give you some Chuck. R3, can we get 400 likes by the second quarter? I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea what we're at. We are at 333 likes. Maybe we can get 400 thumbs up before the second quarter. Why not? Let's blow up the like button like the Spurs are. Well, sorry, Warriors fans, if you're in the chat. Like the Spurs are blowing up the Warriors right now. Castle misses the first free throw. Gray, correct. I cannot show the game. I will get taken down, and I don't want to do that. Good morning, Aldrin. Wemby getting a rest. And what a huge first quarter. Oh my gosh, do we have Plum VP on the court? Sorry, I got distracted. Plum VP's in the game, and there he is right there. Plum VP. Castle missed them both. Steph. Ball's going to go out of bounds, though, and it's going to stay with the Spurs. Jose, what's going on? Thank you, Deliza. David, go Spurs, go to you. Castle coming out after the 2 missed free throws. Maybe he's a little gassed right now. Plum VP, guys. Dylan Harper with the ball for San Antonio. Gets a screen by Champagny. Harper into the paint. Tosses it out to Keldon for a corner 3. That's my Johnson.
Bow your heads!
And there's a turnover by Golden State. Isn't that a song by Kid Rock? I am the plum god. I am Plumlee. No, maybe. Whoop. Plumlee with the ball. Plumlee for 3! April Fools. There's a turnover by the Spurs. 28-11, 4 minutes to go and some change. And a drive in the paint and a layup by, I think that was Nate Williams. 28-13. Barnes for 3. Mr. 0%. Jay, Wemby does want the MVP. Did I get you guys? There's a 3 for the Warriors and a timeout by Mitch. It is 28-16. Pods for 3. Can you imagine if Plumlee did hit a 3, though? That would be incredible. All right. Golden State getting a little rhythm in their offense. Pods launches a 3 from the wing. It's good. And a timeout by Mitch after that. We do have to stop the turnovers. Can I show you the timeout? I don't have a timeout video. Baby Groot, show us how to hit the... Oh! If you guys are watching on your phone and you have not hit the thumbs up yet, maybe you can't see the thumbs up. So Baby Groot is going to show you how to hit the thumbs up on your phone. First, you need to grab your phone. I'll probably be playing right here, right? And then you got your chat right here, right? Minimize the chat, whoop, and then there'll be a little thumbs up that shows up right there. If you hit that thumbs up, not only help support the channel, become official member and sponsor of TSR Sports for the next 24 hours. Pretty cool, huh? Bring your chat back up, shoop, and you're good to go. I'm Groot. Plumlee with the buzzer beater, yeah. Oh, come on, Damon. I had to do one of those. I had to get one in today. Gribbler, I can show this game. Hector Ghost Spurs, go to you. Carl says, man, I had surgery yesterday in my eyeballs. I feel like, wait, in your ball eyes. Wait, what? You had surgery in your ball eyes? What does that mean? Carter Bryant, I expect we'll see him probably start at the second quarter. Maybe. Carlos, isn't the second time you've had surgery on your eyes in like the last couple years? Oh, April fooled us too. You have had surgery on your eyes though. Colette Plumlee, I mean, he's out there. Pop says thumbs up. That one I can play as well. Man, I don't want surgery in my ball eyes. No thanks. Yes, Area 51, I think we're actually going to get to 400 likes before the end of the first quarter. Awesome. Adrian, I'm not a wrestling fan anymore. By the way, we're in a timeout, so that's why we're chatting nonchalant here. I used to love the WWF from 1984 to 2002. on and off. I had my moments where I stopped watching, but I was consistently watching most of that era. Then the WWE I watched from 2000, I think, 2 was when they lost the F, 2002 to 2005. And then a little bit here and there when Goldberg came back. But overall, I'm done with wrestling. I don't think I'll ever watch it again at this point. I'm fully a UFC guy. I was on and off the UFC from UFC 1 until 2010, and then became a regular watcher of the UFC since 2010. I took a nap today, Jose. I actually did drop a 100. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for stopping in. I took a nap from like 6 to 7. I knew I would need it. It was going to be a late game. Only an hour nap, just a little power nap. But I was like, you know what? I work at 7 a.m. This is a late game. Last night, I'm embarrassed to. I'm not actually tell you guys in the chat to admit this. Last night was the last night that I was going to see Miss TSR. As you know, she's going to Turkey. So I went over her house, and what did I do? Steph Curry's out. Goes, what did I do? I passed out. I was so tired last night between, this channel, Philobox Comics, the music stuff, trying to get my Magic the Gathering decks fixed, comic books in general, working out again, that I was so tired last night I fell asleep. Champagne for 3, no good. Our last night together and I fell asleep. Boyfriend of the year. Pods with the ball, takes off, and the runner is no good, but he's fouled, going in line for 2. 31 plus for $2,000. Let's go Spurs. Group bet of Pluto, I don't even know what you just said, but thanks for being here. Did you see Wright drops 50 at Spurs? Who? Dropped 50 for the Spurs G League team? Right on the stick. I feel like I'm getting trolled here. That sounds like a made-up name, like an April Fool's joke. So I'm going to go with that's made up. Yeah, Larry, I was exhausted. Pod's first free throw was good, so I was out. Pod's second free throw was good. 28-18, and the Warriors are creeping back into this game. Warriors are on a 7-0 run in the last minute and 15. Keldon Johnson with the ball, gets it to HB. HB into Dylan Harper. Harper in the paint, gets back out to Keldon. 10 on the shot clock for San Antonio. Keldon now drives in the paint, spins around, gets towards the rim, throws it up. Fouled, going to the line for 2. And they're calling a lot of fouls in this game. That's Mike Johnson says show us this game. Show the game. Oh my God. Daniel, Miss TSR is going to be gone until April 18th. It's going to be a long time. Kellen at the line. First free throw is good. And that stops the run. Gribbler, that is a darn good question. How is Floyd Mayweather, who's had boxing fights that he generated $50 to $100 million each, how does he need money? Why is he coming out of retirement to fight? Like, what did he do with his money? The Spurs, by the way, are 2.5 games behind the Thunder for the best record in the NBA. Can we catch them? Not impossible. Going to be difficult. It is Warriors ball. Pods from the elbow. Good. And Pods has got double digits now. Dylan Harper has the ball for San Antonio on the other end of the court. Drives it to the post. Gets it to the paint. The jumpers. That's going to be basket interference by Plumlee. It was still on the rim, and it came back and went in, but Plumlee touched the ball, and that's going to be Warriors ball on that. T-Wood, it sure does. Adrian, yes, she will be back in time for the playoffs. Pods with the ball again, and he draws a foul from Champagne, going to the line for 2. Pods is killing it this first quarter. Love him or hate him. If you're a Spurs fan, you probably don't like him. If you're a Warriors fan, you probably do like him, but he's playing darn well. Old broccoli head himself. Jose, I believe that was Rick James that said that. Yes, Dan, she'll be back for the playoffs. Doc McMuffins, interesting name. Rest. Wemby usually plays 7-8 minutes of the first quarter, and then he'll come back in with me. He'll come back in right now. All right, Wemby's coming back. iWestix, my favorite guitar that I have is a Gibson. Well, it's an Epiphone Les Paul. I bought it back in. It's the last guitar I bought. I think I bought it in 2005. I haven't bought a guitar since, but that would be my favorite. 30-22, and the Warriors are creeping back in. Pods with 12 points in the first quarter. The Spurs are two different teams tonight, well, mostly any night, when Wemby's on the floor and not on the floor. Wemby for three from the wing. No good. Pods with the rebound. My socks are white, Jose. Actually, they're gray. They're ankle socks. Thank you for asking, I guess. Malevi Leons with the layup and one. Who the hell is Malevi Leons? Groot is Dutch for big. Okay. Did anybody ever heard of Malevi Leons? I'm not trying to troll, but who is he? Yeah, great. That does seem like Mr. Scotch Crotch. Boxers. Briefs are much too restrictive. I'll leave it at that. Misses the free throw. Both teams in the bonus now, 30-24, and the Warriors have made this a game. The Spurs were blowing out Golden State, but Golden State went on a 13-2 to run. 13-2-2. So the Spurs were up 28-11 at one point. Now a turnover by Fox. We have 5 turnovers that just from the first quarter. And a long three is no good by, I think that's Pat Spencer. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Spurs ball. I don't know who some of these guys are. I'm not trying to be mean. I don't know who Omar Yurtseven is. I don't know who Malevi Leons is. And we're struggling against these guys. I'm glad I'm not alone, at least. Pat Spencer is on the Warriors. He's playing tonight. We do have 5 turnovers. Time to stop messing around. Just throw every play, throw an alley-oop to Wemby. Just put Wemby at the rim and throw it up where only he can get it. The Warriors have nobody that can defend him. Wemby with the ball at the moment, drives in the paint. And oh my God! Does a long Mr. Fantastic dunk over everybody. That's what I want. Yes, Steph Curry's brother is on the bench, Seth Curry. There's a turnover, and the Spurs on a fast break. Julian Champagnie in the paint, and he'll throw it down. There we go. Mike SVE with the $2 super chat says, in 5 minutes, we've scored 2 free throws. My God. Well, since that super chat, Mike, we've got 2 buckets. One by Wemby and one by Champagnie, both dunks. Oh no, we got a player down. De'Aaron Fox just went down. De'Aaron Fox. I didn't see what happened to De'Aaron Fox. Wemby's running over to him. He is a little rat. Guys, you see what happened to De'Aaron Fox? Your 7 just ran over to him. I did not see it happen to De'Aaron Fox. I don't know if he took a shot to the head. He grabbed his face, so I assume it is something to his head. They're not showing a replay of what happened to him. Oh, he took an elbow. He was running. I don't think that was intentional. Wemmy's at the line for 2, so Wemby gets fouled during that replay. Fox took a shot to the head. And I think he might have a bloody nose. Yeah, elbow off the screen, Maxwell. Looks like he's going to be okay, but actually there's definitely blood on that towel. He's going to the locker room. Maybe he's not. Nope. He's sitting down. Definitely took a shot to the face, though. Plumlee's got to get in and foul Yurtseven. There you go. Oh, you're talking about, wait, Kelly Olynyk, Damien. Shoulders, you're talking about Olynyk. Yeah, Greco, Yurtseven went over and went over checked on him. So I don't think that was intentional. Duke Sounds, I'm doing good, thank you. 35-24. Spurs, Wemby at the line for one more. Spurs, Wemby. Missed the free throw. Frosty, I can't show you my shoes. I'm 6'4", and I can't bend that way on my couch. I have a table right in front of me with everything on here I'm streaming with. It's impossible. I could take my shoe off, but I don't want to take my shoe off. The floor's cold. Pat Spencer pulls up for 2 and drops a deuce. What? Spurs ball. Wemby will bring it up by 9. And Wemby's standing on three-point lane, gets it to Castle. Castle just holding the ball, 10 on the shot clock. Castle calling for a screen by Wemby. Nope. Calls Wemby off. Castle now takes off, kicks it over to Carter Bryant for three on the wing. No good. Harrison Barnes with the rebound. And there's about 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The Spurs can hold for the last shot of the first quarter if they so choose, and it looks like they will. Wemby with the ball way on three-point land. And he's going to take a... Nope, he's going to get to Castle. Castle for three. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. De'Aaron Fox got hit in the face. All right, 35-26. The Spurs were blowing out the Warriors. Warriors went on a run, and looks like we got a game again. This should be a blowout with all due respect to the Warriors because the Warriors are playing, they're playing G League guys. I got to think Omar Yurtseven and Malevi Leons are their G League squad. I don't know. Any Warriors fans in the chat? Are Malevi Leons and Omar Yurtseven two-way contract guys? There you go. Warriors front office visited the nearest gym to sign these players. There you go. But they're keeping it close. All right, let's end the poll. Let's see what we got from you guys. 858 of you voted. 49% of you said the Spurs will win by 11-20. 20% of you said 1-10. 17% 21-30, and 14% said by 30+. Gosh, yep. I hope that nose is not broken either. The upcoming draft class is really good, Prod. But the Spurs are not going to have a lottery pick. That Atlanta Hawks pick, crazy enough, the Atlanta Hawks trade that the Spurs made, those picks were worth a lot more with Trae Young on the team. With Trae Young off of Atlanta, they're playing significantly better. And now we're not going to get a lottery pick. Our only lottery pick from that draft will be last year's draft. Granted, they took Carter Bryant, who's looking like he's going to be really good for us. This year, Atlanta I expect to draft between 16 and 20. If we're lucky, the Spurs pick is 30th, and then we do the swap-a-rooney with them. So we could still get a good player. Ideally, it would have been a top 3 pick, and even if we couldn't draft the top 3 pick because of future salary cap concerns, you could always trade that pick. So it is what it is. Wemby 17-9. What, does he have 17? Leons is from the Netherlands. Felix, I had no idea. I've honestly never heard of him. Jacob, nobody's nose is broken for sure. Fox took a shot to the face, and there's just concerns from the hit and him bleeding that he could have broke his nose. Wemby with 17-9. He's literally done, for some players, that's a whole game. That's a whole game. 17, 9, and 1 block. He did get a block. I want to draft Morris Johnson, junior out of Michigan, or Hans Steinbeck, freshman out of Washington. Insane rebounders and hustle players, also both fours. Raymer, I win millions a week. So, man, you keep doing you. This is a hobby for me. I've been retired for like 2 decades. Just millions a week rolling in. See, anybody could say they win millions or thousands. Is it true? I don't know. You could be losing thousands a week. Why? Because you're a gambler, and gamblers lie. Why do I know that? Because to be a good gambler, you gotta lie. Right? Isn't part of gambling lying? Like not showing your face? It's like you got a royal flush. You don't want to like put a big smile like, you have your poker face. The poker face is bluffing, and bluffing is lying. So I don't. Fortunately, you guys are telling me you win thousands a week. I'm gonna assume you're lying. What's up, DJ Rhodes? $2 super chat says, "Yo, sorry I'm late. Was finishing ep of One Piece. Ep of One Piece? What? Plus, if you're really winning that much, you wouldn't feel the need to announce it. You know, kind of like the guys that buy the monster huge trucks to compensate. You all know what I'm saying? I have a small car. I don't know a thing about One Piece. DJ Rose, I don't know what... I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. I've heard of One Piece. I know it's a card game. That's all I got. All right, second quarter on the way. Points in the paint. San Antonio 18, Golden State 10. I'm telling you, just park Wemby in the paint and keep alley-ooping him the whole game. There's nobody on Golden State that can reach. They're not going to block the ball. Just keep doing that. Pods with the ball, passes it to the Spurs. All right. It is Spurs ball. Vassell. Has Vassell scored? No. I was going to say Devin. I haven't said Devin's name much tonight. He has the ball at the moment. Devin gets it across to Harrison Barnes. Barnes against his old team. The runner's no good. Fouled. Going the line for 2. One Piece bikini. What's up, LJSA, for stopping in? One Piece is an anime that also has a card game. Oh, I thought it was only a card game. Guys, I've never heard of it. The anime. All right, we are going to Stefan Castle entering the arena. All right, Harrison Barnes free throw. One Piece is a manga, anime, and had a live action. I did not know this. And it has over 1,000 episodes? Guys, I honestly thought it was a card game only. Harrison Barnes misses the second free throw. Pods with the rebound. All right. There's a drive in the paint and a layup by Nate Williams. 36-28. Nate Williams with 6 points, 3 of 5 shooting. Nate Williams playing well for the Warriors. Castle with the ball. Throws it back over to Devin Vassell. Vassell catch and shoot 3. In and out. Pods with the rebound. 36-28, 11 minutes to go. Spurs up by 8. Spurs are 2 of 10 from 3. The Warriors are 2 of 11. Draymond Green for 3. Okie dokie. It's a 5-point game. Jet it out. The game is on ESPN. Steph Curry is back Sunday, John. Sunday versus the Rockets is the word I'm hearing. Wemby with the ball in the post, guarded by Draymond Green. Not in the post, sorry. The elbow gets it to Devin Vassell. Vassell whips it out to Carter Bryant, and he stepped out of bounds. That's a turnover. Pods is short. It's Brandon Podziemski. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but Pods is much easier to say. You know, like Wemby. Instead of Wembanyama, 4 syllables. Wemby, 2 syllables. It is Draymond Green and G Leaguers. And yes, the G Leaguers are playing well. There's a miss by whoever that was for the Warriors. I'm struggling with these players on the Warriors tonight. My apologies. Spurs ball. Fox is back in the game. He's okay. Wemby with a double-double. 17 and 10. Castle catch and shoot 3 from the wing. No good. Fox with the rebound gets it out to Vassell. Vassell catch and shoot 3 from the top of the key. No good. All right. Spurs are shooting quite poor from 3 tonight. I think we're like 2 of 12 now. Spencer for 3. Wow, that was way off. Wemby with another board. Wemby's on pace to go for a 20-20. Spurs are 2 of 12 from 3. The Warriors are 3 of 13. Wemby from the free throw line. The jumper is good. It's literally Wemby versus the Warriors tonight. Right? Draymond Green drives in the paint. Fouled by Carter Bryant. He's going to the line for 2, it looks like. Gray, I agree. Remember those channels, Mr. Rich David? What channel are we remembering? Sharon Wemby, I believe, set the record for the modern NBA for the fastest double-double. You guys said it was like 8.5 minutes? Keep chucking threes. They'll eventually go in. No, damn it, I'd rather not see that. Wemby's on pace for 60 and 30? Actually, you're right, he is. High lethality, yep. Playing down to our opponents. And to any Golden State Warriors fans in the chat, this is not throwing shade at your team. You're missing everybody. No. Steph Curry, KP is out. Gary Payton, DeAnthony Melton. There's a couple of Jimmy Butler, of course. The Warriors are without everybody. This reminds me of the game the Spurs played against the Thunder when they had a lot of their backups and G Leaguers in. This is the exact same scenario. The Spurs should be up big. I guess this is because I said I don't like blowouts, so I cursed us. Blame me. You will anyway. Blame me and fire Mitch. There you go. Fire Rich and fire Mitch. That's the new campaign for this year. Fox in the paint, misses the layup, gets his own miss and puts it back in. Moving twos, I am a little worried about Luke Cornett being a little injury prone. I agree. I'm starting to get some concern about that. And he is going to be on the wrong side of 30 next season. It is Warriors ball, 40-33. Pat Spencer, where was he passing that to? Nobody. Out of bounds. Turnover. Fire TSR. There you go. Isaiah, good evening to you. Legendary Valor, thank you for stopping in. 40-33. Jose, I agree. Feed Wemby. That's the key. Just keep feeding Wemby. He's in the game at the moment. Vassell into the paint. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby's going to throw. There you go. Feed Wemby. They cannot protect him at the rim. I think that's like his 5th or 6th dunk already. He's got 21 points on 8 of 11 shooting, 11 rebounds. There's a miss for Golden State. Wemby with his 12th rebound. And Kellen's going to get fouled in the paint. And looks like he's going to line for 2. I don't think Vassell has scored yet. Has he? Vassell has 0. He's only taken 2 shots. I mean, it's the Wemby show tonight. 21 and 12. He's making that final push for MVP, right? Now, blame me and Mitch end of days. 474 likes already? Wow, we might get to 500. Blue Demon, thank you for stopping in. Keldon at the line. First free throw is good. It's back to a 10-point lead. Yeah, let's get 500 thumbs up. I like that. Area 51. Ethernet, what? What do you mean you can't watch the Spurs on ESPN? That's what I have on. Is it blacked out in your area for some reason? Blue Jays, go Spurs, go to you. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Sharon, the 3-point shooting, though. I mean, granted, the Warriors 2 wins. Steph Curry was nuclear. But that's how you win in the playoffs. Your best player, which is Steph Curry, and the greatest shooter of all time, goes nuclear. And it's going to be tough to win a 7-game series relying on him to play that well the whole series. But certainly not impossible. Foul and Keldon on the other end of the floor. It's going to stay with Golden State. 14 on the shot clock. 8:20 to go. San Antonio up 43-33. We got to 500. What's up, Feed Your Passion? Keep Crying Instant says, Wemby showing people he can stat pad too. But he's not padding his stats right now. He's just being dominant today. And now another foul. This is on Dylan Harper, I believe. The refs are blowing the whistles a lot tonight. DeMarcus, I don't think we're going to see Vinny Del Negro tonight. Thank you, Wancho Joshi. Who has... Oh, Antonio. Wilt has... I'm sure Wilt had a game where he had 40 or 50 rebounds. It's still Warriors ball. Dylan Harper has 3 fouls already. He's still in the game. Pat Spencer for 3 from the corner. No good. And it's going to fall into the hands of the Spurs. Vassell sprints up the court, drives in the paint, throws up a wild layup. No good. Keldon gets at the offensive rebound and gets it out to Wemby. Wemby over to Vassell. Vassell fakes a catch and shoot 3. He's going to drive now and throws it up and gets fouled hard. And Vassell is okay. 55 boards? Is that what Wilt's most rebounds is in a game? I mean, he probably had almost every rebound for his team, right? In that era, the big men were Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. That was Omar Yurtseven with his 3rd foul. No, let's not hope Kelly Olynyk hurts anybody. No. You can hope that. I will never hope that. I don't wish for injuries on anybody. 44 for... That was the first point for Devin Vassell, 44-33. Gosh, 55 rebounds is insane. That takes most players. I mean, Castle, that would take 11 games. And Castle's a good rebounder for a guard. He averages about 5 rebounds a game. That's 11 games of work in one night for Wilt Chamberlain. The question is, guys, that 55 rebound game, did he have more rebounds that night? Or did he sleep with more women that night? Ayo! Right? Didn't he sleep with 10,000 women or something stupid? Was that the legend? Warriors ball down 45-33. And I do see Seth Curry on the court rocking a headband. Not Steph Curry, Seth Curry. Pat Spencer with the ball, kicks it out. We have a long 3 air ball and a shot clock violation for Golden State. 20,000 women? DJ, he was slinging that D. Was it 20,000? Thank you, TXL. He says, send your likes, Spurs fans, and support the channel by subscribing, sharing, and liking the channel. Thank you very much. Is 20,000? Is Carter Bryant playing center? I thought it was 10,000. I didn't realize it was 20,000. I don't think I've seen 20,000 women visually in my life. There's a layup for the Spurs. I didn't see who shot that. I was thinking about the 20,000 women. Warriors ball, back turning into a bit of a blowout for San Antonio. But the Warriors are, to their credit, hanging around tonight with their B team. Or C team, I guess. Spurs on a 9-0 run in the last 2:25, and they put that stat up, which means, nope. There's a steal by De'Aaron Fox. I'm going to say the Warriors probably going to score right there. Turnover by Malevi Leons. Harper in the paint. Layup is good and one. 49-33. Let's go. What are your thoughts on drafting a hybrid power forward center? DJ Rose, it's going to... Yeah, we should probably grab a big. I do believe I'm best player available, but when you start getting around draft, we're going to draft probably in the late teens with the Atlanta pick, unless they have a really good playoff run, which they might. I think we're going to a timeout. Atlanta's been fantastic since Trae Young left. Let's say we draft 20. Let's say they get that far in the playoffs, we draft 20. At that point, I think you definitely go more positional need than best player available. Yeah, I think a legit 4, even a power forward, like somebody at 6'9", 6'10", I say this team needs another big. You look at the roster, and Mason Plumlee's not going to be here next year. Bismack Biyombo might not be unless they keep him around as a locker room guy. Kelly Olynyk should not be here. So we're going to lose a lot of bigs, and it's just going to be really Wemby and Cornette. And Cornette has been dinged up a lot. Wemby certainly struggled with injuries as well. I think we need another legit big, probably 2 more legit bigs, another 4 and maybe another 5. Kevin, I mean, the scouting's been... I want to trust the Spurs scouting, but when we're not drafting a top 5 player, our draft picks the last 5 years have been more misses than hits. Let's take a look. When we start with the draft with, literally the last 5 years, 2021. I'm sorry, guys, but Joshua Primo, horrible pick. Absolutely terrible pick. One of the worst drafts we've ever had in my, Joshua Primo and Joe Wieskamp both had the NBA. Next year, we drafted Jeremy Sohan, Malachi Branham, and Blake Wesley. All off the team. Then we hit with Wemby, first overall pick. We hit with Castle, 4th overall pick. And then we hit with Harper, second overall pick. Carter Bryant looks like he'll be a pick at 14. And if he is, then that would be the first pick in the last 5 years that was not a top 4 pick. That was a good pick. Our first round picks have been missed unless they've been the no-brainers. I'm hoping Carter Bryant has broken that streak. And next year, or this year, we can get a good pick in the first round, regardless of where it is. It's going to be outside the top 15, though. Reno does not play defense, Maxwell. I've seen that too. That being said, wouldn't you prefer Maxime Reno over the combination of Kelly Olynyk and Mason Plumlee right now? And at least there's room for him to grow on defense. Those guys have already hit their ceiling, and actually they're not at their ceiling. And they're going back down to their floor as they're aging. They're heading this way. They're in the wrong side of 30. Olynyk is expensive at $13.5 million. I know Reno's got his deficiencies, but I'd rather have a player like that as my third string center than those two guys. You need me to get your tech updated to have me as you put... what? You may not play defense over there, but maybe you can... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, J.J. Rose. I think Keldon Johnson had not a great defender by any stretch of imagination, but he's definitely turned a corner this year from where he was. And Stephon Castle's got better on defense. And if you're around defensive-minded players, that might help your defense get better, especially training with Wemby. Whereas you look at the Kings are a disaster this year. Again, how are you going to get better defensively when the whole team does not play defense? Grigo, he may be slow, but you know who's slow? Kelly Olynyk, everybody but Wemby. Luke Cornette is slow. Free throw was good by Dylan Harper, by the way. It's 50-33. There's a drive and missed by Nate Williams. Carter Bryant will bring it up for San Antonio as the Spurs are going small with Bryant playing center. Bryant is 6'6.5". Vassell catch and shoot 3 from the corner is no good. Vassell really struggling tonight to hit a bucket. Tyler Bilodeau. I don't know who that is. Not familiar with him. I probably caught that. Seth Curry, what they runner off the glass. And Seth Curry, because I'll make sure you guys are hearing that correct. Seth Curry, not Steph Curry, with the bucket. 50-35. 6 minutes to go. Spurs looking to drop over 60 on the Warriors here in the first half. Carter Bryant with the ball, drops it out to Harper. Harper out to Fox. Fox going to take a long 3 and hit it. 18 points. Vassell is ice cold tonight. DC, Porzingis is injured. Butler's out for the year. Steph Curry is injured. It's been a lot of injuries for the Warriors. Not playing it too. Okay, thank you, C. Wheeler. Curry again. All right, headband Curry with the jumper as his Steph Curry watches on the sideline. All right, Seth Curry with 6 points, trying to keep the Warriors in it. Dylan Harper out 3-point land, looks to drive, drives to his right. Stops and pops, and the short jumper before the elbow is no good. It is Warriors ball. Seth Curry will bring it up again. Seth out 3-point land, starts to drive on Carter Bryant. Nope, stops and pops a 2, no good. Devin Vassell with the rebound will get it up to Fox. 5 minutes to go. Fox up to Harper. Harper in the paint. The runner is short. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds. And it's Spurs ball. Headman Grogu's right here, also known as Rally Grogu. That UConn, we're going to a timeout, I think. That UConn game versus Duke, when I grabbed Rally Grogu, that's when the UConn team started making a rally. Yeah, Greg, I mean, the Spurs are kind of, yeah, most of the team is struggling but Wemby. Champagny for 3, no good. And a Keldon yell, ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with San Antonio. Yeah, a lot of our guys are struggling, minus Wemby. Chris Haynes, the Spurs, yes. Biyombo does not play. Olynyk rarely ever plays. Plumlee rarely ever plays. Yes, we have 3 bigs that don't play. That needs to be fixed in the offseason. Champagny with the catch and shoot on the inbound pass, no good. Castle fights for the rebound and gets it, puts it back, no good. Fouled, going on the line for 2. What's up, O'Flynn from Singapore? Hear me out on this. Why we look for another overseas player? Why are we looking for... I mean, I don't care where the player's from. The United States, Antarctica, Europe. If they can contribute to the team, bring them on over. Wemby says maybe they're just taking it easy tonight because they play the Clippers tomorrow. Wemby's not taking it easy. Is Tiger Woods playing? Tiger Woods is playing. Castle's first free throw is good. Ethernet, it does, but you know, the Spurs are weird like that. By the way, the Spurs are 25-2 since February 1st. We've had a lot of games where we played teams that were bad or undermanned, and then the Spurs start hitting the pedal in the third quarter, and then all of a sudden it's a blowout in the fourth. And I think that might happen tonight. I think the Warriors are going to kind of keep it in that 10-15 range, and then Spurs will pull away in the third or the fourth. The Spurred quarter. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. It is Golden State ball at the moment, 14 on the shot clock. Williams with a drive and misses a layup. They'll get it up to Champagny. Champagny up to Castle. Castle in the paint. Euro step layup. Good. 20-point lead. The biggest lead of the night. And Stefan Pruvat 9545 with the $10 super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate you. We have a whistle on the other end. While I was looking at the super chat, we have a whistle on Stefan Castle. Likely 2 free throws coming up for Golden State. Hungs YouTube, what's going on? Interesting. Folks forget that many of these overseas players have been playing pro basketball since they were 16. Roger, that is true. You're right. So, I mean, they're going to be NBA ready. 2 free throws coming up for LJ Cryer. Made the first free throw. Who? I don't know. No idea who LJ Cryer is. And he started. LJ Cryer, is he, oh, it's his first career start. Well, there you go. I was just going to ask, is he a regular? No, he's not. It's his first NBA start tonight. He made both free throws. Spurs ball. Oh, my clock's a little ahead. Game is on ESPN tonight, by the way, guys. Castle will bring it up for San Antonio. Both teams in the bonus. Gets it over to Champagny in the corner. Champagny's going to drive now. Gets it to Castle in the paint. Castle lost the ball. Went out of bounds. Will stay with San Antonio. Was looking for a dunk, but forgot the ball. Yes, Lynn Jazz. That was the Pod's leg sweep that took Wemby out. Some people say it didn't hurt Wemby. It sure as heck didn't help him. Definitely did not help him. Spurs ball, 10 on the shot clock. Keldon for 3 from the wing. No good. Castle jumps over everybody for the rebound. Gets it out to Champagny. Catch and shoot 3. Splash! 60-39. Biggest lead in the game for San Antonio. Up by 21. Golden State ball. 14 on the shot clock. Pat Spencer passes it to Stefan Castle. Castle gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Wow, this is starting to get ugly. Yes, Carlos, the Spurs play again tomorrow night versus the Clippers at 10:30 Eastern. I am off the next 2 days. Coming up on San Antonio Spurs, TSR Sports. I'm a little tired. Spurs and Clippers tomorrow night. And then is Champagne going to line for a free throw? Is this a clear path? This might be a clear path foul. The Champagne's at the line, but we got the Slinging That D videos in the works. I do have a video about Wembp, about his Wembp case, that I want to put more work into it, so I'm going to work on it tomorrow and have that up Friday. Slinging That D, I've decided to hold off until next week. I want to make a good music video, and I want to make a good music video. I kind of want to see the Lakers in the second round, too. I know some of you say you don't want to see the Lakers. I think that'd be a fun series to call. 61-39, both teams in the bonus, 3.5 minutes to go. Spurs ball. Wemby has checked back in, and Wemby now with the ball, guarded by Nate Williams. Drops it off to Keldon. Keldon thought about a 3, pulls it down. Keldon now starting to drive. Gets baseline, gets into the paint, gets the layup, and it's no good. That was a nice drive by Keldon, but couldn't finish. And Will Richard with the layup in transition, 61-41 to get it up to Wemby real quick. Wemby over to Keldon Johnson, back to Castle. Castle over to Champagnie for a catch and shoot 3. No good. Wemby with the rebound, lost the ball, but he was fouled. Wemby size 22 shoes, $2 super chat. Thank you. Rich, do you ever miss just watching the games? Triple five double. I started streaming the Spurs almost exactly 7 years ago. I called the last 2 games. I'm going to answer your super chat in a second, Wemby. The channel anniversary is April 5th, and I started calling the Spurs the last 2 games of the series they lost against Denver. I think it was a first round series. Last time they were in the playoffs. So, Phil, to answer your question, no. During the Keldon Johnson year, the year the Spurs were really bad before Wemby, as you guys may or may not know, I took some time off from live streaming in the middle of the season. I think I was just a little burned out. I got back into video gaming at that time, so I was gaming with friends. I did still watch the Spurs at times, but it wasn't the same. Do I enjoy resting my voice? Sure. But talking to you guys about the Spurs, talking to fans of the other team while the game's happening is a much more rewarding experience than just watching it solo. Now, things have changed. Watching the UConn game with Miss TSR, that was a lot of fun because, well, one, her team had a huge comeback and won. There's a 3 by Nate Williams, no good, but I wasn't watching it alone. So, watching this with the Spurs community now is much more fun than watching it alone. Wemby's with a pull-up jumper on the other end. Good! 24-point lead. The Lakers are getting better, by the way. Wait, Draymond Green has 4 fouls? Sharon, I still game. I just don't game as much. Blocked by Wemby. Why? Castle drives in the paint, throws up a wild layup. No good. Keldon knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be Golden State ball. I didn't like that decision there. I think he was trying to get a foul and did not get the call. Yep, talking to the ref. We're going to a timeout. All right, Captain Cadogan. I hated that end so much. Boo, UConn. Jeff, I wish you were here. I did an unboxing on the channel the other night. I got some really cool stuff I'd like to tell you about at some point. All right, so what games do I still play? Awards, Wembanyama's awards are going to announce sometime in May. Once we find out a time and date, if it's going to be announced on live TV, I will go live for the MVP award to find out if Wemby got it. Now, Grammy, I like watching games with her. Come on now. All right, so while we're in a timeout, what games did I used to play? Rogue Company, absolutely Rogue. We'll talk just recent, not going back to like Halo 2 or Super Mario Kart, not way back in the day, but games in the last 5 years. I played a lot of Rogue Company. Me and my friends do like Super Animal Royale. It's a cheesy, fun little arena battle game. I used to play Apex Legends a little bit. Generally, a lot of the free shooters. I'm drawing a blank. I'm currently playing Super Puzzle Pixel Zombie Killer game. I don't remember what it's called. It was like $1. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. All right, let me get back to the chat. Oh, yeah, Jeff, you saw the short then. Then yes. That's everything I got. It was really cool. Wemmy is going for it on every play. Not all afraid of the demon. Yeah, I'm Medicare guys. Here's what we said. Good morning, Jay. Here's what I'll say to the chat. We should not be afraid of any team. If we truly believe the Spurs are as good as they are, and I do think they are, then it shouldn't matter who we see in the playoffs. This team should be able to, if we think they can win a championship this year, and I do think they can. Start of the season, admittedly, I did not. I said 50 wins playoffs. That was my original prediction. They've obviously exceeded that. I think they're good enough to win a championship. Are they going to have to be playing their best basketball and hitting their threes and playing good defense against teams like the Thunder, the Lakers, the Nuggets in the playoffs? Of course. But I do think they can beat any team in the NBA because they've shown us they can beat any team in the NBA. So whoever they play, whatever. Now, if they do something crazy and have the hardest path to the NBA Finals, the Thunder, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the top teams in the Western Conference, so be it. And then, you know what? We can hold our heads up high, and so can they. Is if they go through that gauntlet, that murderer's row to get into the finals and win the whole damn thing. Now, this makes it all that much sweeter than we have the best teams lined up in front of you, and you keep knocking them down one at a time. Bing, bing, bing. I'm not afraid of OKC, but I'm afraid of the refs. Nice, Phil. Melissa, so we did struggle with the Knicks. We beat them one game barely. We lost two. We lost the NBA Cup in the other game. That could be a tough finals matchup. But one thing I've learned is what happens in the regular season doesn't always carry over into the playoffs. Case in point, it's not the NBA, but I like to use this as a reference because for me, it's one of my favorite moments in sports history, period, for me, is when the New York Giants played the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 42. The Patriots came in 18-0, had won all the regular season games, had not lost in the playoffs. They were the juggernaut. They were Goliath. And here come the New York Giants with doofy Eli Manning. They finished the season like 9-7 or 10-6, and they were expected to lose. They were expected to get blown out. And they pull off one of the biggest upsets of all time. And that's just, proof that, as good as you are in the regular season, anything can happen in the playoffs. There's a three by Seth Curry. He has 9 points now for Golden State. 65-44, lead cut to 21. Stephon Castle with the ball, kicks it out to Kelvin for a corner three. Splash to Johnson. That didn't sound good. It is one game, Melissa, it is. But still, the point being that the Denver Nuggets, the 8 seed, beat the Seattle Supersonics, the 1 seed, way back like 30-plus years ago. I still remember that like it was yesterday. Draymond for three, no good. Things can happen. We struggle with the Knicks. That doesn't mean we can't beat them in the playoffs. Keldon with the ball again, gets it out to Wemby. Wemby's going to fire off a three. No good. That's about the only hole I think in Wemby's game tonight. I don't think he's been shooting well from three. 24-point lead, by the way. Pat Spencer with the ball, drives in the paint, drives out of the paint, gets it out to Curry. Curry for three. Curry for three. The wrong Curry. It's Seth Curry, but it's still Curry for three. As Steph Curry nodding in approval as his brother splashing a three. Actually, Seth Curry's having a good game. He's 5 of 7 for 12 points. It is Spurs ball. Castle out in three-point lane. Gets it to Wemby. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Castle. Castle over to Barnes to Wemby in the paint. Wemby's jumper good. And it's all Wemby for the Spurs. 70-47. And Seth Curry almost falls down off of a screen. Got Wemby on him now. We'll go around the world to Draymond Green. Green back to Curry for a catch and shoot three. It is no good. And Castle with the rebound. And there's 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The Spurs can hold for the last shot. And the Spurs will go to the half with a 20-plus point lead. Wemby with the screen for Castle. Castle at the elbow and alley-oop. What was that? Miscommunication there between Stephon Castle and Wemby. I think he thought Wemby was going to roll the basket. He threw up the oop. Wemby was not there. That's a turnover. We are winning by Wemby's points. Are we really? Okie dokie. Looks like Wemby's going to come out for the last 5 seconds. We haven't played the Celtics at full strength. No, we haven't. Lemmenstein, I want to say we have like 5 lobs. 4 or 5. Pat Spencer at the buzzer. Count it. All right, that's how you finish a half. That's what I'd like to see the Spurs doing, but 70-49, the Spurs do drop 70. in the first half on the Warriors. Rough first half. Grieco, is Pop on the bench? I did not see that. Wait, do you guys see Greg Popovich on the bench, or is this like an April Fool's thing? Because I do got to be aware that it is April 1st. DeMarcus says, don't nobody have an answer for the Spurs in a 7-game series the way we're playing championship bound. I like it. 27 and 13 for Wemby in 17 minutes. All right, let's get to the halftime stats, and a good first half for the Spurs. They won both quarters, 35-26 and 35-23. Actually, the Warriors, I thought they did better in the second quarter. I stand corrected. They actually did worse. We got 500 thumbs up already. Thank you, guys. We're actually getting close to 600 thumbs up. Appreciate you all very much. Maybe we can get to 600 during halftime. Can we get to 600 during halftime? Let me grab the halftime stats first. Actually, let me look around the NBA real quick. The Nuggets are destroying the Jazz. The Sixers beat the Wizards. Atlanta keeps winning. They beat the Magic. Boston 147-129 over the Heat. No defense in that game. The Knicks beat the Grizzlies. Let's check out our old buddy Jeremy Sohan. Did Jeremy Sohan play tonight? I have not clicked on a Knicks box store in a couple weeks. How about Jeremy? How did he do tonight? He did not play. Okay. I'll actually look him up after this. Let's take a look at this game, though. For the Warriors, Draymond Green with 5, Nate Williams with 6, LJ Cryer with 2, Brandon Podziemski with 12, Will Richard with 2, off the bench, Malevy Leons with 2, Omar Yurtseven with 2, Seth Curry with 12, Pat Spencer with a rough night, 3 of 10 from the field and 3 turnovers already. He has 6 for the game. The Warriors are shooting 40, 24, 91. They've turned the ball over 6 times. The Spurs have turned it over 7. They are shooting 48, also 24, 79. For San Antonio, Julian Champagnie with 9. Wemby with a huge first half, 27 points, 13 rebounds, no turnovers. The only blemish on Wemby really is 3-point shooting. He's 0 for 3. He's 10 from 11 from 2-point land. De'Aaron Fox with 9. Devin Vassell with 2. He's 0 for 4 from the field. Stephon Castle struggling too. He's 1 of 5. He's got 6, 5, and 5. So Castle, possible triple-double watch. Castle and Vassell are combined 1 of 9. Really struggling tonight. Off the bench, Harrison Barnes with 1. Keldon Johnson with 9. Carter Bryant with 0. Mason Plumlee with 0. Dylan Harper with 7. Dylan in a little bit of foul trouble. He's got 3 fouls. For the Warriors, they got a lot of foul trouble. Draymond Green has 4. Nate Williams and Omar Yurtseven with 3. And the Warriors only suited up 9 guys tonight, so they cannot afford to have anybody foul out. 70-49 is our score. The Spurs looking for their 58th win of the season. It's not probable that they're going to get to 70. They will get to 60 wins. Before I forget, I want to see if Jeremy's been playing. I know some of you don't care, some of you do, but I'm curious what he's been doing lately in New York. He played yesterday. He played 2 minutes and got 2 points, and then he last played before that on the 22nd. So looks like he's playing better when he gets a chance to play, but he's also playing garbage time. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't think he'll be a Knick next year. He will not be a Spur again, barring something weird happening. Anyway, let's get back to the chat. And the Spurs, well on their way to win number 58 and improving to 28-11 on the road. That's all good there. And over to the chat we go. What's up, Perry? Thank you for stopping in. Yup. I think Sohan will get a contract. The thing is, it's going to have to be with a bad team. It's going to have to be a rebuilding team. Chris Haynes, 2 Hills, to Joshua Primo Hill and Jeremy Sohan Hill. Wasn't he a big Primo guy? Listen, it happens. I'm trying to think of actually Spurs players that I was wrong about that I said. I did say Keldon was not just a role player. And he is a role player, but he's fit that role very good this year. I was never on board with trading Keldon. I wanted Lucas Samanic to be good, but I never said he was good. I don't think there was any player that I really got behind and said they'd be the guy that got traded or released. So I guess on that regards, we've been pretty good. Take him here, Jeremy. If it wasn't for Jeremy Sohan, we don't get Wemby. There you go. And Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. Let's look at it that way. Thank you, Jeremy Sohan. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have Wemby, Castle, and Harper. There we go. Duke of Sounds, I fear nobody. Daryl, I was hoping Lonnie Walker would be something special, but It was hope. I never said he would be. Although by the time I really made videos on the regular here on the channel, he was not out of the rotation, but it was looking like he was never going to get to that level we wanted to. Have you seen the Darren Peterson projected top 3 pick country about load managing in college? I am not, Prod, at all. Sivtek, so, all right, I actually was a little wrong there. I said if one player would be traded first this season, it would be Devin Vassell. I figured because of his contract. And while we didn't make a trade, the first Spur to go was Jeremy Sohan. I did not think he'd be off the team this year. I thought he'd finish out the year, and then he either would not get re-signed or he would get re-signed. I did not expect him to get waived. Man, Prod, Lonnie Walker was... Yeah, there you go. Fear's not the right word, concern. Yeah, just Lonnie... you can have those guys. DeJounte Murray, I know you guys, a lot of you don't like him now. I thought he was going to be a Spur for life. Heck, I'm sure a lot of us thought Kawhi Leonard would be a Spur for life. Teams change. And while it sucks, the Kawhi, Derek White, DeJounte Murray, a lot of those guys came and went. If that doesn't happen, if all that stuff doesn't happen, then we don't have the team we have right now. And this is, I sent in a video recently, this is probably my favorite Spurs team of all time. And I feel a different connection with this team. They seem just so unselfish. Like, they all celebrate each other's success, their individual victories. But also, my connection to the team is different than it was during the David Robinson time, or the Twin Towers, or the Big Three. I didn't have NBA League Pass, so I watch way more Spurs than I ever have in my life. And I also have the Spurs community in you guys. When I watched the Spurs in the 90s or the 2000s or 2010s, it was just me. I didn't talk to anybody about the Spurs because I didn't have any friends that were Spurs. I've got you guys now, and that changes it. And then when you add Miss TSR into the mix, it really makes everything different. She has a huge connection, obviously, with UConn and Stefan Castles from UConn, and we got the Plushy family. It's just different these days, and different in a good way. Yes, Sharon, the Spurs playing for each other is amazing. The next organization should put in Jeremy Sohan to the Yankees. What? I can't believe we're up by 21. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. You guys are asking who's out for the Warriors tonight. I haven't read that. 600 likes. Thank you, guys. I haven't read who's out for the Warriors. So let's actually jump in and take a look at their injury report because it is extensive. All right, Golden State's injury report. Bringing it up now. Here we go. From top to bottom. Guy Santos out with the pelvis. Quentin Post has been ruled out due to right foot injury management. Kristaps Porzingis is out due to general illness management. That sounds like a BS injury. Gary Payton is out for his knee. D'Anthony Melton has been ruled out due to a left thumb strain. Stephen Curry is out until next Sunday against the Rockets, dealing with his knee injury. Al Horford dealing with a right soleus strain. I don't even know what that is, but we'll be reevaluated. Moses Moody is out with a torn patellar tendon in his left knee, so he's out for the year, I would assume. And Jimmy Butler had the torn ACL in his right knee. He's out for the season. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys out for the Warriors. That means they are using their G League guys tonight because you have 18 guys on your roster, right? You have 15 plus your 3 two-ways. Yeah, the Warriors, the injury bug has bit them hard, although I do suspect some of the injuries tonight, they just... I don't know. They saw the Spurs coming to town and said we're taking the night off, I guess. Yes, Jose, Sohan was good for something. Yankees beat the Mariners. Nice. Carlos, I don't think anybody else will care in the chat, but I'll let you know. I do hope to do more Yankee shorts with me getting YouTube TV Sports. And I want to actually plug them. I'm not sponsored anyway, but for those of you looking for a way to watch the playoffs this year, I didn't know this, and Miss TSR just found out for me. YouTube TV has a sports-only package. I want to say it's like 70 channels, but it's all the major sports channels, plus ABC, NBC, CBS, ESPN 1 and 2. Yeah, all the sports channels. NBA TV, NFL Network, NBC Sports Boston for me for the Celtics. But right now it's $55 a month with a promotion. I was like, 55 is a lot. I don't like spending that much, but cable would be much more expensive. But I don't need all the other sports channels. I just watch sports mainly. See Weather with the $2 super chat says, can I get a David Robinson DDS? Yes, you can. Absolutely. So I was like, you know what? This is perfect for me. I can watch all the Spurs games. I can watch UConn. Finish up, because Jonathan's going to want to watch the UConn games, right? I had to put UConn on for him. I can watch the NBA draft, the NFL drafts. I'll keep that for 3 months, and then we'll see. I can watch more Yankees games and do more Yankee shorts, which I'd really like to start doing more of. But that being said, it is getting late. It's 11:30 p.m. where I am, and maybe some of you guys are saying, hey, you know what, TSR, it's getting late. I'm going to bed. Well, before you go to bed, make sure that before you go night-night, you put your head on your pillow. You get in there and brush your teeth. Whoop, 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 whoop. Get in there and make sure you do some flossing. Whoop, 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 whoop. And top it off. Grab your mouthwash. Throw it in. And you'll have pearly whites like me, Mr. Robinson. Boop. Now you can sleep well. Thank you, David. Yes, Jonathan and Stefan Castle. We have the UConn mascot, UConn alumni here. Go Dodgers. No. But you guys are going to be a contender again. That's right, Dr. David's T first time. My favorite time of the stream. Good job, Greg. Alan Graves from Santa Clara would be great to be drafted. 5% steal and 5% block. A new J-Dub out of Santa Clara. Is he going to be expected to be drafted around when we have a pick? What's up, SGA Sleeps with the Ref? And what the heck channel name is that? Wes, you have to work at 5 a.m.? I am off tomorrow. I am off tomorrow, off for Good Friday. TSR got a little 4-day weekend. I want to really get caught up on the YouTubing stuff. I've been working a lot on my Magic decks. I've been showing you guys my decks. And look, I'm finally almost done. If you guys remember, this entire table was covered. And now there's just 5 decks on there on the far right corner. You can't really see them. It's been a long process fixing all my decks, but that'd be done. And then I'll just have a lot of free time when I'm done with that. Mr. Robinson, hero status. That mouthwashing sound is like Chewbacca mixed with the turkey. I'll take it. Well, here's the thing. I usually will gargle water now for fun, but Jonathan's sitting right under me, and a lot of times, some of it splashes out, and I don't want to get Jonathan's head all wet. Bob Rousset or Dynamite? I Westix. Love me some Cannibal Corpse. But Dynamite Darrow, always on that one. Absolutely. Yeah, Andy who it will. There you go. What's wrong with sounding like a Chuberky? 9 guys out. And Jose, you are correct. Nice, Sharon. I'm not going to start watching One Piece, Damon. Didn't you guys say there's like 1,000 episodes? It's never going to happen. Roger, I don't fear anybody in the playoffs. I really don't. I think we can beat anybody. The Spurs certainly are not a perfectly built team. But man, 25-2 or 23-2 or whatever it is, about to be 24-2 since February 1st, the best team in the NBA. Why can't we win it all? Why should we fear anybody? Line them up. We'll knock them down. Corey, you know what? It's not going to happen, but can you imagine if we went undefeated in the playoffs? The playoffs are just so difficult. I don't think it's possible. Carlos, change your profile pic. Just got done playing Magic the Gathering with a friend. What's your favorite color? All right, so favorite color combination, Jay Little. All right, so I can't use monocolor. If we're talking monocolor, that would be black. As far as, I'll go a little deeper while we're in, halftime for the Magic the Gathering fans or nerds in the chat. My favorite guild is probably Silencia. I do like green-white. I have 3 green-white decks built right now. I've got I forgot her name. The Enchantress deck that's really broken. 2 mana. You draw a card whenever you play an enchantment again in life. It begins with an S. I can't remember her name. I have Karamitra built because that was just a really fun deck. Not an Enchantress deck, just kind of a landfall deck. And then I think I have one more built that I'm drawing a blank on. Oh, Captain Sisse. Tutoring for Legends. Boof. Wemby will be the true GOAT. Freak alert. I hope you're right. Yes, it is halftime of Freak, so that's why I'm randomly talking about non-sports. It is the half. My favorite shard or wedge? Jeez, I don't know about that one. That's tough. I look like Kevin Durant? think I need to get a little more sun before you start saying that. You know what I'm saying? Mikey, we have a call for Mikey. Does Wemby start the third? Yes. And actually, let me put quarter 3 up. What are you going to sing, Mikey? MVP. Mikey headspin. Mikey backspin. Look at all this breakdancing. Woo, woo, woo. Wow, Mikey. All right, that's it. Mikey's breakdancing. The MVP breakdance. I would sing, but my voice is a little hoarse, so I don't want to do that. If Wemby is even arguable as the best Spur ever. Oh, yeah. If we're sitting here having a debate, is it Tim Duncan or Wemby? Because I think most people can see Tim Duncan's the greatest Spur ever. As much as I want to say David Robinson, I know that's not the answer. Then yes, we're doing okay. Because that means Wemby would have at least 5 championships, right? To get to Tim Duncan status, I would think at least 5 rings, at least 4 rings. Okay, I don't know what to do with that. Chief, Wemby has a lot. He's got 27, I believe. Yeah, Wemby's got 27. The rest of the Spurs team, not a lot of good happening there. Yodi's right there. Antonio. Yodi right there. And you know what? Since you asked, we're going to get a good luck boop at halftime, too. Boop. Or after the half. Thanks, Yodi. Everybody's here tonight except for Slothy. He is going with Miss TSR to Turkey. Pods with the ball. Kicks it out to Draymond for 3. Okay. And Cordova. So, Mr. Robinson's my favorite athlete of all time. But his lack of playoff success until Tim Duncan got there. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Going to stay up the Spurs is what's really holding him back. Defensive Player of the Year, scoring champion, rebounding champion. Did I say MVP? Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. You know, the accolades are there, but the lack of playoff success, and there's a turnover by the Spurs. Castle tried to alley-oop it, and the alley-oop was off. All right, let's not let the Warriors back in this. Keep the pedal to the metal. But the lack of playoff success, when the Spurs got schooled by the Rock, or when David specifically got schooled by Hakeem in the playoff series in 2020, or not 2020, 1994, 95. It's a lack of playoff success that's really holding him back. All right, 70-52, Warriors ball. Almost a turnover. They get the ball at the Pods. Pods going to take off into the paint. Kicks it out to Draymond Green. All day open for 3. Draymond Green splashing 3s. Bam, the face of the NBA. No. And yes, we do have some flaccid pineapples tonight. Champagne into the paint. Off the glass, no good. All right, the Warriors are starting off the second half here pretty well. The Spurs are cold. Draymond's I thought he was going to take another 3. Pods for 3. No good. Champagne with the rebound. Come on, San Antonio. Stop playing with your food and get going here. Castle out to Wemby for 3. Top of the key. Splash! Wemby with 30. That was the same game Davis wore the MVP, right? Yeah, Hakeem took that personally. Wemby with 30 and 13, and we're just starting the third quarter. Wemby probably going to go for 40 tonight. Draymond Green's going to fire off another 3. No good. Long rebound goes out to the Spurs. Vassell dry. I'll wait for the offense to catch up. I thought maybe we were going to get a quick alley-oop to Wemby in transition. Golden State got back. Castle with the ball. Gets it across to Champagne for a catch-and-shoot 3. That was way short. The Spurs won their last 4 road games by 25 plus. Wait, 25 plus total or an average of 25 plus? And we're going to time out by Steve Kerr. The Spurs are aren't the Warriors that injured though, Mr. Goat? I feel like Golden State's holding a lot of their guys out tonight that they probably wouldn't have to be. I really think they just waved the white flag on this game and said, we'll take an L on this one. Gary, did you really just ask that? Do you really think I'm going to miss a Spurs playoff game? I'm calling a West Coast game against a team that's missing half their roster. You don't think I'm going to be here for the playoffs? Playoffs? Are you kidding me? You really think I'm going to miss the Spurs playoff game in the playoffs? I haven't called a playoff game, a playoff series since 2019, and I've never called an entire Spurs playoff series. You really think I'm not going to stay up late, brother? Boop. What's our win percentage when the alien scores 30? I'd say it's got to be over 80%. Jimmy Butler is out for the season. Curry's out until Sunday versus the Rockets. No, I'm not. I'm calling every Spurs playoff game. Mark it down here. Every Spurs playoff game. Every Spurs playoff game. If you're looking for a place to hang out as a Spurs fan during the playoffs, I will be here for every Spurs playoff game. As TSR will be here once in a while, which you can be, but I will be here for every game. That's right. Playoffs? We got to win a game first. You want to talk about playoffs? All right, Antonio. Chuck, you shall receive. Resting. I don't get what the NBA, all these players resting, and now they want to, players are playing, or people are complaining that 65 game rule is too many. That's less than 80% of the schedule. Come on, man. Nope, great. I'll just be up late. I will go ahead and take a nap before the game. I'm prepared. We won't have back-to-backs in the playoffs. That's the one thing. Like this week, we play the Clippers tomorrow, so that's 2 late games in a row. I won't have to deal with that, so I'll be fine. You guys don't forget, in 2019, I was really grinding on this channel and was calling 2 games a night. I would call the 8 o'clock playoff game and then immediately do the 10:30 playoff game. I would be streaming for 5 hours a night. That's how I grew the channel, got it off the ground initially. I'm not doing that anymore. I did not, quite frankly, didn't have a life in 2019. I was single, had a little bit less hobbies, and was just kind of just doing my own thing. I have a life now, as in I have hobbies, I have things to do, and I can't be on live. It can't be on YouTube every night. It's impossible. Heck yeah, I'll be up to 2 a.m. if I have to be. I'll do it. The Warriors have 2 players. Oh, really? They cannot play back-to-backs? Oh, all right. Calvin, what's going on? He says, hey, I was hoping for a closer game, but just saw the Warriors have yes, they have 9 guys out tonight. That's half their roster. Daryl, I agree. More Carter Bryant would be nice. No, Chris, I did not fall asleep on her. I fell asleep next to her. Good. Sounds good, Corey. Get it right. Not on, next to. I'm legally single. I mean, if I check my marital status, I'm single. I'm in a relationship. I have been for almost 3 years now. Jeez, been a long time. It'll be 3 years and 2 months. 2.5 months from now. There's a long 3 by L.J. Cryer. No good. Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs. Drops it off to De'Aaron Fox. 73-55. Fox into the paint. Pulls up short jumper. Is an air ball. I hope that had gotten partially blocked because that was oogly. Piles with the ball for the Warriors. Fouled by Champagnie. Is that going to count? He just threw up a miracle. Is that and 1? No. Pods gets fouled and just threw up a prayer. Banked actually swished a prayer. It went in. Thank you, Snag. But it fouls before the shot. Still incredibly made that shot. Didn't count, though. Warriors ball, 12 on the shot clock, 73-55, 9 minutes to go. And Nate Williams sees Wemby and changes his mind. Smart. There's a runner, and it's L.J. Cryer with the runner. It's 16 points now. The Warriors just hanging around. The Warriors have 9 players available and have 9 players out. Castle catcher 2-3 from the corner. There you go, Steph. Trace, we'll see. I mean, you got to think the Spurs at some point are going to want to start Fox, Castle, and Harper, which does not leave room for Devin Vassell. I like Devin too, but I don't know how that works long term for the team. It's working right now. Draymond Green for 3. Draymond Green for 3. Draymond Green's like playing like Steph Curry this quarter. He's hit like 3 threes this quarter. Okay. Fox out to Wemby. Wemby's going to fake a 3. Starts to drive. Spins around. Tosses it to Vassell. Vassell for 3. Come on, Devin. There we go. I don't think we're going to see Lindy Waters tonight. 79-60. Spurs are 3 of 4 from 3 this quarter. The Warriors are 3 of 6, and I think Draymond has all of them. And we have a foul on Stefan Castle on pods. That is Devin Vassell's first field goal. Yes, you guys are correct. Castle's such a beast. UFI, I was confused. I'm like, who's ASTLE? Castle's such a beast. His catch and shoot threes been phenomenal this year. His set threes, his step back threes leave a lot to be desired. Draymond Green is 4 of 6 from 3 tonight. I believe Devin is rated as an average defender, Gary, but I know there's people in the chat that look up his actual analytics. I believe he's about average, though. When you were single, you dated Mr. Who? Mr. Mano. Yes, Sharon. I believe Draymond Green for the season, isn't he shooting like 30 to 32% from 3? If I remember correctly, he's not a good three-point shooter, but he's killing it tonight. You know, any given Sunday. It is Warriors ball. Draymond with the ball at the moment. And another foul on the Spurs. You're at 7 is foul now. Man, the referees, Warriors are in the bonus. Referees are calling fouls on everything now. We have Omar Yurtseven going to the line for 2. I guess the NBA wants this game to be as long as possible, so they've really been calling whistles all night for both teams, and it's... I don't know how many free throws both teams have taken, but it feels like a lot. It might not be a lot, but it feels like a lot. By the way, they're showing that the next televised game for the Spurs will be on April 8th on ESPN versus the Trailblazers. Missed a second free throw. Damien, I will eventually. What's up, Tony? 79-61. Golden State in the bonus, 7:22 to go. I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a little tired, but I'll be good. Vassell catch and shoot 3. No good, and Wemby gets shoved under the bucket. And that's going to be a foul on Draymond, I think. 5 fouls on Draymond. Arnold says the Spurs are going to win the NBA championship. Wemby shoved by Draymond, and Draymond with another foul. That is 5. Wemby going to the bench. Wemby going to the bench. All right. Wemby getting a quick rest. The Plum VP is in, guys. 657 likes. Can we get to 700 before Draymond fouls out? I don't do caffeine, Jose. That's a good question. Can we get to 700 thumbs up before Draymond Green fouls out? I like that. I think Draymond actually is sat. Keldon Johnson misses a 3. Stefan Castle's putback is good and 1. Dylan Harper is not in yet. It's still, Fox is still in there. Harper usually replaces Fox. Brandon Podziemski is playing tonight. He's currently in the game. And actually, USA RLTW, if you look over here, the players on the court are over on your right. And Pods is right there. Trevor, I don't have any caffeine. I can't drink what I don't have. I don't drink coffee. I don't have any soda. I have Smirnoff Ice in the house. I don't think that counts as caffeine, does it? Thank you, Trevor. I do not want to have Smirnoff Ice this late. Pods in the paint, throws it up off the glass. Good. Raspberry Smirnoff Ice. Yep, I'm one of those guys. I own it. Whatever. Spurs ball. Stefan Castle with the ball, drives into the paint, and turns it over. That was a bad pass. Passed it right to Yurtseven. I think that's Castle's 4th turnover. Gosh, he's been turning over the ball a lot lately again, and I don't like that trend heading into the playoffs. Yurtseven drives on Plumlee, lost the ball. And now there's a fight for the ball. Williams had gotten the ball back, and now Stefan Castle with the steal. Gets it up to Keldon. Keldon at the elbow, drives in the paint, spins around. And forces a shot and gets the jumper off the glass. Spurs back up by 21. Thank you, Wemby. Or thank you, Phil. I don't do energy drinks, by the way. I have had an energy drink before. I've had like the drink. Ooh, hard foul. Yurtseven called for the screen, and that's going to be a turnover for the Warriors. That's the second time Yurtseven has knocked Fox around. What the hell? Mean B 9080 Zero with the $2 super chat says RLTW. I don't know what that means. Guys, can somebody help me out? RLTW? I got nothing on that acronym. I'm sorry. Yuta Dog, I'm fine with backup bigs. We don't have guys that are playing or playing well as backup bigs. There's a turnover by the Spurs. We have been a little turnover prone at times in this game. Warriors ball. 14 on the shot clock. You're at 7 with it. Rangers lead the way. Really? Military. Got it. All right. I'm with you. Gotcha. Thank you. Damien's still calling for Kelly Olynyk to come in. Cornet's out twisted. It says that he's injured. He's been dinged up a lot. You're at 7 at the line, and the first free throw is going to roll around on the rim and roll in. AJ's asking for the Warriors to lock in. They got a lot of locking in to do. They're down by 20. 680 likes, getting close to 700. We can do it. You can do it, guys. Where's Pop? Greg Popovich. Help him out. Wemby might go for 40 and 20. Spurs ball. And a turnover by De'Aaron Fox. No, Dylan Harper. Sorry, that was Dylan Harper. My bad. We have this has been a little sloppy third quarter for San Antonio. Still up by 19, though. There's a step back 2. I think that was Nate Williams from the elbow. Mitch Johnson going to call a timeout. Great. Wemby's career high is 50. I believe he had that against the Knicks, so 45 would not be a career high. He would need to drop over 50 for a career high. I'd like to see Wemby at some point in his career drop, I don't know, 84. Nice round number. Rich, what do you hate more, Peacock or late game riddle with foul calls? Yes. My dislike of Peacock, Chris, and to anybody in the chat, we're in a timeout, by the way, is that, especially in March, I, like many of you, purchased the League Pass before the season started. Then we get to March, and then I see not 1, not 2, but 3 games pulled off of League Pass and put on Peacock, which means I have to buy another app now to watch the Spurs. And I think that's very unfair for Spurs fans or Warriors fans or any NBA fan where you buy the League Pass and you get X amount of games on League Pass, we'll say 60, just a even number, and then they keep taking games off of the pass and putting on an app that you have to pay for, that we have to pay for. I think the NBA sucks with that. Peacock sucks. Peacock can suck it and go away. If you like Peacock, hey, all good. I actually did like Twisted Metal, but I can't stand Peacock. Peacock's not the issue. The issue is taking games away from League Pass. So this is the NBA, actually, not Peacock. NBA's constant taking games off something we paid for and putting it on an additional pay service. Do I think the Thunder are going to lose again? I don't think they're going to lose enough for us to catch them. But being honest, I think we're going to finish in second, and that's okay. Second best team in the Western Conference, that's still way exceeding expectations. Good thing we're playing bad versus the Warriors. We have 10 turnovers and barely shot threes. Clippers tomorrow. Yes, the Clippers are going to be far more challenging. Gary, no, I'm not going to do anything like that. You think Fox can score 1 more point? Kappa, let me ask Groot. Do you think Fox can score 1 more point? I'm Groot. There you go. The Thunder play the Lakers twice, don't they? I think they'll split with the Lakers. Quite frankly, I think we'll split with the Nuggets. It'll be nice to actually see Wemby versus Jokic since we've been robbed of that the first 2 times they played. I have a feeling we'll probably split with Denver. I think OKC will split with the Lakers. I think the Thunder finish 1 game ahead of the Spurs. We're 2 games behind, or 2.5. After tonight's win, we'll be 2 games behind. I think we'll gain 1 more game on them, but I think we finish 1 game behind. Lakers will not win against OKC. You think they'll lose both? You think Wemby gets 2 more dunks? I hope so. Would you rather face the Suns or Clippers in round 1? Ooh, James, that's a good question. That doesn't matter. Does anyone like the Warriors here? AJ, there's a couple Warriors fans in the chat. Nice, that guy, Mel. No, there's some other Warriors fans. Where are you at? Can I get the Warriors fans to drop a Dub Nation in the chat? Represent. Appreciate you guys being here. Actually, shout out to the Warriors fans. You guys helped build this channel in 2019. The Spurs were eliminated from the playoffs. It was a random night where it was the NFL Draft Round 2, and a lot of the bigger channels that were covering the NBA playoffs decided to cover the NFL Draft. I decided to cover the Clippers and Warriors game, and I told you guys, hey, I'll cover every Warriors game the rest of the playoffs if you want me to, and I did. We grew to 3,000 subscribers in the first month of the channel, and that really helped get the channel monetized and off and running. So I do appreciate Warriors fans. Don't like, there's obviously a rivalry here between the two teams. Whoops. But I think that was Plumlee with his first bucket. No, it wasn't. I didn't see who shot that. Sorry. But always be thankful for, the guys, your help at the start of this channel. There's a turnover. Spurs on the run, and now a foul. That can be a clear path. We'll see. 86-67. Whoops. Stop the clock, Rich. 15 years ago, there were no Warriors fans, and there won't be any in 15 years. Wow. Okay. What do you think about the possibility of Steph Curry joining the Hornets in the summer of 20? Why are people say, it's the second time somebody's talked about the Hornets in the chat and the Warriors. Like Steph Curry, Steve Kerr going to the Warriors. Guy Santos to the Spurs, Irene? Nico, I think Wemby's got to play like 2 more games, 2 or 3. What position does Guy Santos play? Now we have a review. I think they're checking for a clear path, guys. Side quest? You sound like a role-playing game. Utah, yes, the Warriors are definitely going to take a step backwards when Steph Curry retires, which, what do you guys think? How long do you think Steph Curry plays for? 2 more years? 3 more years? He's what, 37? I don't think he's going to play until his 40s like LeBron does. Clear path foul. Tread, we're up by 19. We'll see. Clear path foul for the Spurs. Let's go. Is Steph 38? He's a little older than I thought he was going. Yeah, I think he's probably going to retire around 40. I agree with John Doe. I think it depends on the injuries too. If the injuries start mounting up, he is very much on the wrong side of, I didn't want to say 30. He's on the wrong side of 35. If his body starts breaking down, then you could see him retire sooner than later. Vassell at the line for the free throws, and he makes 1 of 2. I am watching the Spurs on ESPN as well, Tony. I got YouTube TV Sports this month, and I'll have it this month, next month, and in June. Because I do expect the Spurs to make a long and deep playoff run. So, yeah. Spurs ball, 87-67. Under 5 minutes to go. There's a turnover by Dylan Harper. We've been really sloppy with ball times tonight. Kevin, it's on ESPN. Did you buy it on Sling? Did you get the Sling One Day Pass on ESPN? I don't. It's not going to be on Roku itself. You need ESPN in some way. There's a miss by the Warriors. It is Spurs ball. Harper bring it up for San Antonio. Harper drives into the paint, turned it over. Wow. And now foul on Stephon Castle. 2 free throws coming up for Golden State. Some of these turnovers are really ugly. Get it out of your system now. Wow, Stephon Castle's pineapple is really looking huge. I think Steph and Dre both retire as Warriors. I hope they do. I don't like it when an established franchise player goes to another team for like a year or 2. You saw Hakeem Olajuwon do that at the end of his career. Patrick Ewing, Tony Parker went to another team. First free throw's no good by Malevi Leons. I just hate looking at a player, first free throw's no good. When you see a player play for a team for 15 years or more, and then they have like 1 or 2 years with a different team, it bothers me. I don't know why, it just rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, Deidre, Parker's 1 year. Sean Elliott, that 1 year in Detroit, not his choice, of course, but that's a different situation. But when established players leave their team to try to hang on for another year or 2, There's a turnover by Vassell. What is happening here? And now a block by Vassell. He blocked Leon's, but man, we are just sloppy. You're at 7, gets the ball back and gets the layup. This is like 3 turnovers in a row by the Spurs. Harper with the ball. Can somebody not turn the ball over? Castle's going to drive towards the paint. In the paint. Kicks it out to Keldon. Keldon now flies in the paint. The runner is short. Well, ugly end of the third quarter so far. Maybe we do need Wemby back sooner than later. Turn around, spin around, Jay by Cryer is good, and the Warriors just chipping away at the lead right now. Mitch might need to call a timeout. And rookie, a little bit. We've had some good third quarters, but this is not one of our best right now. Castle loses it out of bounds. It was deflected. Man, we are really struggling to hold on to the ball. Wemby's checking back in. All right, Wemby's back, guys. Wemby is back. Wemby, 30 points in 22 minutes. Clunky is one way of putting it. A couple substitutions for the Warriors. I see Will Richard checking in. Spurs won their last 9 games, the longest active streak in the NBA, looking to get the winning streak up to 10 tonight. They'll get it into Harper. 10 on the shot clock. 87-72. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby's layup in the paint. Good. Warriors have no answer for Wemby. I would just feed Wemby the rest of the game while he's on the court. He's got 32 on 12 of 16 shooting. There's a pull-up jumper by Pat Spencer. Good. Don't speak that into distance, Grayami. Wemby has 32 on his way to 40. And now a foul on Golden State. That foul is on Leon's. 14 fouls on Golden State, so this will be a non-shooting foul for the Spurs. James, it doesn't matter. I'm fine with either. Wemby with the ball again in the paint, kicks it out to HB all day, open wide, and the 3 bounces around and goes in. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. It's 12 o'clock in the morning where I am, but that's okay. We're still here. 92-74. And Will Richard takes a 3, and we're going to have an offensive foul on the Warriors on the screen. 700 likes. Nice, guys. Mr. Goat, a win's a win. You got to take it as you get it, right? You got to beat the team that's in front of you. Whether it's 10 All-Stars or 10 G-Leaguers, you got to beat the team that's in front of you. We are definitely 2 teams headed in different directions, though. And I don't say this to throw shade, but I think the Warriors' window is closing for championships. It might already be closed. Draymond's older. Steph is older. Yeah, the key players from your championship teams, Clay is gone. I don't really think you have enough young talent to reload right now, so I think the Warriors are going to be going into a rebuild sooner than later. That's a long 3, though. Whereas the Spurs, obviously, the rebuild's now over, and we're building towards a championship. Fox with the ball for San Antonio, drives in the paint. He's going to get fouled. And we are in the bonus. That's 2 free throws coming up. That was LJ Cryer with the 3. He's got 9 points in this quarter. Draymond is... yes, he's out of the game right now. Wemby size 22 shoes says 706. I like it. Let's keep it going. You guys did not beat us with Curry. You know what, Mr. Goat? Looks like you guys are not going to beat us without Curry. So there. I don't know if that... whatever. 94-77. 134 to go. Both teams in the bonus. Warriors, to their credit, missing half their roster are... the effort's definitely there, as it should be. I mean, regardless if you're a starter, backup, or G-Leaguer, you should be trying to win the game. Your 7 jumper good. 94-79. Okay. Wemby with the ball again. Looks to drive. Drives in the paint. Throws up a runner. They cannot stop Wemby. Just keep feeding Wemby. Seriously. 96-79. Just keep getting the ball to Wemby in the paint. There's nobody on the Warriors that can defend him tonight. He's got 34 points on 13 of 17 shooting. He'd have 100 points if he took as many shots as Bam Adebayo did a few weeks ago. You're at 7 in the paint. Throws it up off the glass over around Wemby. Nice job. What's his first name? Omar. 96-81. Harp will bring it up for San Antonio, standing on the Warriors logo. Starts to drive, gets into the paint, spins around, stops, pops, and the short jumper is no good. Gary says it's 12 in the Philippines. It's 12 a.m. where I am. And there's a block by Wemby, but Golden State gets the ball back and a jumper, and they've cut the lead to 13. All right. Spurs, you better wake up here. You're letting Golden State hanging around. Don't let teams hang around. 96-83, both teams in the bonus. The Spurs are 9 of 18 this quarter. The Warriors are 13 of 19. Harrison Barnes going to drive in the paint against his old team. Kicks it out to Harper for a catch-and-shoot three from the corner. No good. And that's how the quarter's going to end. All right. Fourth quarter coming up. I got to say, I do think the Warriors must have outscored us in that quarter. They had to have. And they did. 34-26. Outscored the Spurs by 8. Golden State hanging around. One thing you never want to do with a team is let them hang around. You guys know, I know, teams go on runs, and you can easily take a 13-point lead and turn it into a 3-point lead or a deficit. Dog, it's a turnover. The Spurs are turning the ball over a lot tonight, and it's certainly helping keep the Warriors in the game. Chris, yeah, maybe sometimes. Yeah. I would say sometimes he does that. Well, we do need a stretch 4, but yeah, okay, maybe the rebuild's not 100% complete. There's still pieces to be done, but what I mean by the rebuild is complete in regards to we're not a 22-win team anymore. The Spurs had 2 22-win teams in a row, 22-60 the Keldon Johnson year, 22-60 Wemby's rookie year, 34 wins last year. Those days are over. Can the team be tweaked and improved upon? Of course. But our rebuild is over. For Golden State, your rebuild is on the horizon, and it's going to heavily weigh on when Steph Curry decides to retire. Because once he retires, unless you guys, look at your roster. Steph Curry closing on a 40. Jimmy Butler is going to be, 35 or 36 next season, and is coming off ACL surgery. Draymond is way up there. Your best players are old. And if they were all 10 years younger, then holy crap, I'd say you're perennial contender, but they're not in their mid-20s or late 20s. They're all old. And unless you guys luck out and get a Lakers-type move, and what I mean by that is the Lakers look like they were heading towards a rebuild with LeBron aging out, and somehow, some way, Anthony Davis is traded and they get Luka Doncic in return. If the Warriors can pull off that type of trade where they can get a young franchise player for the next decade, then you'll be good to go. But I'd be shocked if we see another trade that bad again in the NBA anytime soon. Put TSR on the court. Carlos, I would think that would be the worst thing you could do for either team for that record. You put me on the court for the Spurs or the Warriors, whoever I'm guarding is going to be scoring at will. Con Knippel. So we've talked about that a little before. Con Knippel, I think, has a higher floor right now than Dylan Harper because he's a fantastic three-point shooter. The best shooting rookie from 3 of all time, is he not? But overall, I do think Harper should have a higher ceiling. Steven, Steven Z with the $10 super chat says, appreciate you, TSR. Go Spurs, go. Thank you, Steven Z. I appreciate that. You know what? We do have a back-to-back tomorrow. Our guys are playing a lot more minutes than I thought they would. It happens. TSR is coaching the third quarter. My coaching would be this. All right, Steph, bring the ball up. Get it to Wemby. Okay, what's option number 2? See option number 1. Done. Well, even if the Spurs were to lose to the Clippers, which I did say if we were going to lose a game, it would probably be that one. It's a back-to-back. It's a West Coast back-to-back. Win the game tonight. Whatever happens tomorrow happens. But let's at least finish off tonight and get the 10-game winning streak. It is Spurs ball to start off the fourth quarter, and Wemby is on the court. For those that are inquiring, Wemby actually has the ball at the moment. Takes a catch and shoot three. All right, closing on a 40, guys. 99-83, and Wemby with the 37 piece on 14 of 18 shooting. That is 77% from the field. There's been 46 free throws in this game, by the way. You're at 7 with an awful shot. That may have been partially blocked by Wemby. Wemby will bring it up the court for San Antonio. Is he going to take another three? He is. Nope, misses that one. Draymond Green has 5 fouls, and I don't think he's in the game right now. He is not. You're at 7, pull-up jumper, no good. Wemby with another rebound. Is Wemby going to get a 40 and 20? You guys were talking about that all stream. He is getting close to a 40-20. Harrison Barnes drives to the paint, and the paint parted like the Red Sea. Nobody was there for days, and throws it down. What was the Warriors defense doing there? Larry Gardner you're going to the game tomorrow? We are not losing. Go Spurs go. Larry, that is awesome. Have fun at the game. There's another super chat from Tony20251. Drops a 20. TSR, Fox will have to step up in the playoffs. In my opinion, has been one of the biggest disappointments, especially based on his salary. All right, Tony, I want to address that real quick. So while we're in a timeout, all right, if we look at De'Aaron Fox's production, yes, it looks like a bad investment. He's, I believe, averaging under 19 points per game. And I, myself, was fully expecting when you give the guy $50+ million a year, he would be coming in averaging 22 to 25 a game. The thing is, we have 8 guys. Currently, Harrison Barnes is teetering, averaging double digits, which I think would set an NBA record. So while I'm disappointed stat-wise with De'Aaron Fox, the Spurs are the second best team in the Western Conference. They're winning. In the end, winning is more important than stats. And if the Spurs win a championship this year and win multiple championships while Fox is under contract, while on paper, maybe it'll look like a bad contract if we're looking solely at stats. For me, the most important thing is winning. Now, that being said, if Fox plays like doo-doo in the playoffs, and if we say we get eliminated around because he's played so poorly, then that is going to look like a bad contract, and it'll be a bad contract that we're stuck with. So we'll see how it plays out. I hope he steps up in the, when we have those lulls when we need a bucket, that's what I'm looking at De'Aaron Fox for. We can't get a shot. I'm looking at you, Mr. Former Clutch Player of the Year, to step up and get a bucket when maybe Wemby's having an off night or the other team's on a run. I'm looking to you, the veteran on the team, to put an end to that run and get us a bucket. Daryl, I hope you're right. If, it's easy to look at his stats and say he's underperforming, but we also have to take context into the situation. Fox is, I believe, taking 5 less shots per game than he was when he was averaging 26 a game in Sacramento. And that's, less shots equals less free throws, so less opportunities. But in the end, winning is all that matters. There was no way Fox was coming here and he was going to average the most points per game on the team. This is Wemby's team. Fox is the number 2. Castle's knocking on the door of being the number 2. And if Harper and Castle take another big step forward next year, which is scary for the rest of the NBA. And Castle's three-point shooting has been ascending. Harper's been getting it. If both those guys take another leap forward, well, Harper hasn't had a chance to take a leap forward, but if Harper takes a leap forward like Castle did from last year to this year, and Castle takes another leap forward, then maybe we do try to move on from Fox. Maybe we don't protect him in the expansion draft. We'll see. 40-20 for Wemby. It's definitely looking good. No, that's why his numbers are down. And I'm okay with that because the Spurs are winning. With Castle and Harper, yes, that was going to take away Fox's production. Fox was the best player on a bad team, right? Now he's the second best player on a good team. They're winning. I expect a little more, but if he hits a couple game winners in the playoffs, we're not even going to be thinking about his contract. Wow, DJ Rose says, let's keep it real. Castle is our second best player. You guys agree with that? All right, Warriors ball down by 18, 10:40 to go. There's a spin around jumper, no good by Leon. Spurs ball. Wemby with another rebound. I hope Cornette can play tomorrow. We're going to need him. Johnson for 3. Nope. NFL, and not just NBA. I want to address that. Poems by Ashley. I am also a Giants fan and a Yankees fan. I also do sports music here, so predominantly NBA, but I also cover a little NFL and MLB. Wemby drives to the paint, gets by everybody, throws it up off the glass. I'm taking points away. 103-83. Wemby now with 39. All right, Boogies, I'll show the game.
Sucker!
103-85, 18-point game after that bucket by, I don't know who that was for the Warriors. Sorry, I was doing the animation there. Wemby with the ball again, looking to get to 40. Throws up a reverse shot, bounces off the rim. Wanted the foul, did not get it. It's Golden State ball. And Nate Williams in transition gets a dunk. 103-87. Eagles are Phil, I am not an Eagles and Red Sox fan. I know you're trolling with that one. Tony, I hope OKC does not crush us in the playoffs. That would be the worst case scenario. There is an almost turnover by the Spurs. Fox saves the ball. Fox kicks it out to, what are we doing here? Harrison Barnes almost turns the ball over, loses it to Wemby. Wemby with the jumper. Wemby is unstoppable. There's the 40. What's up, Len from the Philippines? Wemby with 41, ties his season high. Williams for 3, no good. Wemby with the rebound. Wemby's on his way to a 40-20 game. Keldon Johnson into the paint. Spins around. The little jumper is no good. Keldon's struggling tonight. Harrison Barnes with the offensive rebound. Gets it out to Fox for 3. Also no good. Warriors ball, 105-87. Wemby with 41 and 18. Wemby's career high is 50, the Grandmaster. That was last year versus the Knicks. That's a 3 for the Warriors. It's a 15-point game again. That's a 3, I said. Spurs ball. I'm getting a little sleepy, guys. Sorry. There's a reach and foul by Golden State. 105-90. Castle is not in the game at the moment. Apparently, if Wemby makes 3 from 3, we win every time. Or was it 4 from 3? What? Playoff presale tickets. Huns YouTube. Are those even available yet? Noise would like Carter Bryant to... Yes, I would like Carter Bryant to develop as well. Wemby, the first Spurs player with consecutive 40-plus point double-doubles. As long as I know Dylan's okay. Castle's back in, guys. Wemby is getting a rest. Vassell into the paint. Pulls up at the elbow. All right, there we go. 107-90. A little rest for Wemby. We'll see if they need him back in. We are playing tomorrow night versus the Clippers, which I'll be live for. There's a block by Carter Bryant. Carter playing center right now. By the way, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you'd like to hang out tomorrow night for the Clippers game. That's a late one. Spurs versus their old nemesis, Kawhi Leonard, as Carter Bryant fouls. Who is this? Leon's. He's going to go to the line. No. Foul before the shot. Stand corrected. All right, Golden State ball. And almost a steal by Dylan Harper. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with Golden State. Yes, Phil, I was just going to say, Wemby went back to his braids. Carter Bryant went back to his braids. My gosh, it's almost 12:30 in the morning. I'm getting a little sleepy here. My apologies. All right, wake up, TSR. Spurs are 2.5 games behind the Thunder for the best record in the NBA. With the win tonight, they would be 2 games behind. The Thunder just aren't losing games, though. Golden State ball off in the mist to get the offensive rebound, and now a foul on the Spurs. 107-90, excuse me. 107-90. I don't know, I got the 2 points on the Warriors there. My apologies. Wemby is a monster tonight. Some might say Wemby is... Just saying. And another block by Carter Bryant on Williams. Williams got the ball back and missed again. Carter Bryant, I think, has 2 blocks right now. And now Stephon Castle's fouled in transition. Carter Bryant looking good. Carter is going to be an elite defender for us. He's not quite there yet, I think he's gonna be there. Jared, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Oh, Team Pros, I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot. 7:07 to go, 107.90. Jared, I am doing well. I'm very tired. But I'm doing good. Gonna be even tired tomorrow night. We play the Clippers at 10:30. Dylan Harper with the ball, kicks it out to Castle. Catch and shoot 3 from 27 feet. Call it a splash. Stephon Castle loves his catch and shoots, baby. Woo. His catch and shoot threes have been so good this year, especially as of late. His other threes, not so much. Let's call it like it is. I don't know what's just happened. Cryer throws up a air ball, but we have a foul off the ball on San Antonio's. Leon's goes flying out of bounds. 110-90, 6.5 minutes to go. I know. How about them Yankees? It's off to a good start, but it's not how we start, it's how we finish. We need to, win some playoff games. My friends, we're getting close to 800 thumbs up. We are 50 away from 800. Keep on smashing that thumbs up. Maybe we can get to 1,000 when it's all said and done. I don't know. It'd be cool if we do. More importantly, the Spurs going for their 10th win in a row. Tomorrow night's going to be tough, though. Another whistle. This is against San Antonio again. This one's on Harrison Barnes, former Golden State Warrior Harrison Barnes, part of the Warriors' first championship team with the Splash Brothers. Nice, Bubba. No, Luka Doncic is not playing this game. It's LJ Cryer. Nice, though. I see what you did there. And we got a timeout. Welcome back, Stéphane Prouvat. John Doe. As much as I'd like to see Wemby come back in, hopefully the Warriors don't cut the lead because Wemby could use the rest. We're playing tomorrow night. Tony, I agree. I agree with the first sentence. I'm hoping you're wrong on the second part. Harrison Barnes open for 3 in the corner. Splash it! Timeout, Steve Kerr, 113-90. Go Spurs, go to you, DJ Rose. Go Spurs, go to all of you. We are going for 8 Spurs in double digits. That right now, for the season, we have 8 guys, and Harrison Barnes is averaging exactly 10 points a game, so it's going to be close. Stackman with the Hey You $2 super chat. Hey you guys! I don't have to say you guys, but thank you for that little green. I don't know what that guy is, but it's cute. Tomas, thank you for stopping in. 200 Green Gang, thank you for being here. Andrew, I appreciate you being here. We need Beyond Goat minutes. Plum VP and Beyond Goat. Carter Bryant so much better than Plumlee. Well, I mean, Carter Bryant's potential, we don't know. We don't know what his ceiling is yet. Mason Plumlee is on the back end of his career. How about making an alley-oop short? An alley-oop short. I do have some plans, Team Prison. I want to talk to you guys real quick here while we're in a timeout. One thing I've kind of botched on the channel, and I realized this recently, is I tend to watch a lot of the post-game interviews, but I'm not clipping them. And I really should take shorts if something really cool happens in the post-game. So that way, I can get it up on the channel for you guys if you miss something. So I'd like to be more active with shorts. I want to do more Yankee shorts during this season. Maybe more Giant shorts if they present themselves. Definitely NBA playoff shorts. I do have all the sports channels for all the playoff games. So if there's a close game, catch a short like that UConn ending. UConn versus Duke. Even though I kind of botched the short and learned from your mistakes, I didn't catch the turnover because I was worried about the time. When you're shooting a short, you can reset it. I should have reset the first 10 seconds so I could keep it under a minute and get that crucial turnover. But I want to get more game endings, clutch game-ending shots, especially with the playoffs. So I'll try to get a little more active. As far as regular videos, I'm still shooting for quality over quantity there. Champagne is on the bench. Let Wendy. Who's Wendy? Dustin wants Wemby back. As a Spurs fan, I know a lot of you want Wemby back in. Spurs fan since Wemby's drafted. Nice, JRB. 1990 for me. I hope Wemby does not have to come back in. We play tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. That's a West Coast game, so it's going to be a late game. Wemby's already hit the minutes mark by far. He's played, 28 to 30 minutes. I'd like to see him rest and our key guys rest for the rest of the night if possible, so we can be good to go versus Kawhi and the Clippers tomorrow night. You know what, Roy? I actually want to look that up. You guys have been asking about that. I want to check how many games Wemby's played. It's not going to include tonight, but I'll just add a +1. All right, Wemby. This will be game number 61. So from what I understand, you guys have told me this in the chat, the game against the Knicks in the Cup counts. So then it's actually game 62. And if that's the case, he only needs 3 more games. He's going to hit the 65-game mark barring injury, which means he should get Defensive Player of the Year and maybe MVP. DJ Rose, the $5 Super Chat says, Rich, we Spurs fans love everything you do on this channel. Rich VP, thank you for that. I always enjoy your channel, bro, and Spurs getting 60 wins. They are, I agree 100%. I don't have much of a bicep, but I forgot I flex too. Little baby arms. I'm just little baby arms. If Wemby comes back in, I'd be shocked. By the way, the Golden State Warriors are in the 10th spot in the Western Conference, clinging onto that spot. Champagny for 3. Well, that might be the dagger, guys. The Spurs are now up by 26. Inbound pass, Champagny from the corner hit the 3. And now a turnover. That's a steal by Dylan Harper. Getting a little ugly here on the end. Champagny has Castle driving to the paint, and Castle kicks it out to Fox. I thought Castle was going to dunk that. Fox misses the 3. I'm shocked. Castle did not take it to the rim there. I'm actually disappointed. 116-90, under 6 minutes to go. This has turned into, it's kind of been a blowout most of the night. The Warriors kind of held around and kept it to 15. There's a nice 3 by LJ Cryer, though. Nice, Grandmaster. I do not. My biggest bicep I can't show on camera. Carter Bryant with the ball for San Antonio. Drops it off to Champagny. Champagny step back 3. No good. Carter Bryant with the offensive rebound. And almost turned it over. Champagny gets the ball back. Out to Bryant for 3 in the corner. No good. Fight for the rebound. And the Warriors will get it. And an easy transition dunk for Golden State by Nate Williams. 116-95. Matt, I would love to call a game with Sean Elliott, DJ Rose. They'll never let me do it. It probably will never happen. A 99.99999% chance it won't happen, but man, it'd be nice to call one game with him. Castle with the ball in the post. Pull up Jay. Short. Shot clock was expiring, so had to take the shot. Missed the shot. It is Warriors ball down by 21. 4.5 minutes to go. There's a corner 3, and it's no good by Cryer. But Yurtseven with the offensive rebound and hammers down the one-handed dunk. 116-97. No, there's no drum tonight, Joseph. It's a road game. The Spurs aren't banging anything. Just saying. Harrison Barnes with the ball, trying to get it over to Champagny for 3. No good. Harper with the rebound and put back. Dylan Harper. You know, for a 6'4.5" guard, pretty darn good offensive rebounder. Team Prism says 27 more like. Trying to get to 800, guys. Let's make it happen. We can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Foul on Cryer, and that was a bad foul on Dylan Harper. 3-point play coming up, possibly. Omarion, thank you for stopping in. I don't think Darren Fox is coming back in, though. Thank you, Home Go fan. Thank you, That's My Johnson. What? Chris, you're right. Wilt was, but Harper is not 6'6", Salim. He's 6'6" with shoes. His actual height is 6'4.5". When you guys look at college players' heights in college, you'll notice that when they go to the combine, a lot of them shrink by 1.5 inches to 2 inches because they measure with shoes. I don't believe in measuring a player with shoes. Yes, that's your height on the court, but your actual height, what would be on your driver's license, is your height without your shoes. Harrison Barnes for 3 and 1. Spurs fan for life says 12 more likes. Let's go. It's apparently thick soles, Damien. I mean, 1.5 to 2 inches for a lot of players. I think my soles are 1 inch thick. Not a timeout. We got Barnes going on the line for a free throw. Yes, we will. Yap, yap. 41, 18, 3, and 3 in 28 minutes. And Castle has a double-double? Phil, I care about the parlay. 121, 100, Harrison Barnes, former Golden State Warrior, former champion with the Golden State Warriors at the line. Nobody, Asian symbols, nobody. Barnes rattles around the free throw, 122 to 100. And we are under 4 minutes. Harrison Barnes with 13 points tonight against his former team. Also 6 rebounds. One of his better rebounding nights. There's an open 3 in the corner for Golden State. And a whistle. Mitch Johnson with timeout after the Nate Williams 3. Wemby is Stretch Armstrong. That's right, Jose. I said it. All right, 19-point game, 3 minutes to go, and the Spurs are going to win their 10th game in a row. Not too shabby. Yes, Barnes, that's my Johnson. We want Harrison Barnes to get to 10 as much as possible because we want to keep those 8 players averaging double digits, and Barnes is right at 10. Aldrin, I'm not sure we're going to see Devin Vassell again. We might start going to garbage time. I would not be shocked. Is Mitch yelling at Carter? For what? Wemby might be the first MVP who averages Yeah. Sharon, you're right. I mean, I don't know if he would be the first MVP that averages under 30 minutes, but he is averaging under 30 minutes. I don't know if he... Actually, let's check Wemby's... Yeah, Bob, he has 2 blocks tonight, so at least he's done that. How many minutes... We got to 800 thumbs up, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you. I want to check how many blocks per game Wemby's averaging. Not blocks. Minutes. Is it like 29? If he keeps playing over 30... Well, Wemby's averaging 29.3 minutes a game right now. They probably are going to start ramping up his minutes as we get closer to the end of the season. Will he stay under 30? How many minutes has he got tonight? I think he's under 30, isn't he? He's at 29. He's probably not coming back in the game. So will Wemby finish with under 30 minutes a game? It's going to be darn close. I don't know. We'll see. Put the goof Wemby back in. Harper would have dunk. Why would you put your star player in when you're up by 21 in a blowout when you're in a back-to-back? With all due respect, the Spurs do not care about your parlays. And I've already said this numerous times on the channel. The Spurs are a terrible team. This is actually the only gambling advice I'm going to give. The Spurs are a terrible team to bet on because any given night, they could have one of 8 guys lead the team in scoring. Probably not Barnes at this point, but it can be Fox, Wemby, Castle. We've seen Champagne go off. Kellen's gone off in a few games. That's a good team for the team. It's a bad thing for you. If that's, how you roll. So I put your money on, a player that you know is going to lead a team in scoring every night, like SGA with the Thunder. Spurs? No. It is Warriors ball, down by 21. We are keeping some of our starters in, though. Castle's still in there. Champagne's still in there. And shot clock violation by Golden State. They're going to get the shot off. Nah, Damian, I don't say F-bombs intentionally. I'll drop an F-bomb unintentionally when it just slips out. Yes, King Cat. It really is. It is rolling the dice. I mean, generally it's going to be Wemby leading the team in scoring, but it could be anybody. Castle? Yeah, if you're rolling the dice. Carter Bryant with the ball for the Spurs. Throws a long pass to Castle. Castle zips it into Harper. Harper over to Barnes. Barnes back to Carter Bryant. Bryant traveled. He was right there standing under the rim. All he had to do was jump up and put it in. And he bobbled the ball and traveled. Come on, Carter. Carter, come on. Francisco, good evening. And yeah, OG, we're both OGs. I think he actually, I think I've been a fan longer because I've been alive longer. But as far as a Spurs content creator, I believe he actually started a year before I did. So yeah, OG YouTubers for sure. 124, 105. My clock's not running. There we go. Champagne catch a 2-3 from the wing. Pop the Champagne! I mean, that's obviously the dagger. The Spurs are going to win their 10th in a row, guys. Win number 58. And it's turned into a blowout. We just don't have the garbage time crew in yet. Nate Williams for 3. Poor baby Carter. Yes, he is. Carter's still got a lot of growing to do, but there's potential. There's obviously a ton of athleticism. Dylan Harper's going to take a three. Nope. Carter Bryant with the offensive rebound. Still, Spurs still have the. I don't know why Castle's still in there. Carter Bryant for three from the corner. No good. Castle with the offensive rebound. Gets it Champagny for three. No good. I guess we're just practicing our three-point shooting here in the third quarter. I'm sure Wendy wants with 60 wins for us. Yeah, I want 60 wins too. Bria, thank you for stopping in. Pat Spencer for three. I guess we're not going to see the garbage time crew. All right. No Bismack Biombo tonight, guys. Jacob, I don't think we're going to win out. I say 62-20 or 63-19. It kills. Good evening to you. Castle with the ball for the Spurs. Drives in the paint. Throws it out to Champagny. Catch and shoot three. No good. That's like, what, 3 or 4 missed threes in a row at the end of the third quarter here for us? Nice Euro step, but a miss by Leons. Gets the ball back and throws it in. And I expect the Spurs to dribble it out. And they will. Second between the shot clock and game clock. All right. Win number 58, guys. You too, Vicky. Yes, Miss TSR, safe travels. She is leaving for Turkey today. It's April 2nd now where I am. So safe travels to Miss TSR. Guys, if you're heading out, please hit the thumbs up. I will go over the end of game stats. Tony Fuentes, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. No video on Thursday. I do want to put more time into my next video, so we'll have a video up Friday. I'm going to use 2 days to make it. I was saying into the chat earlier, Tony, I want to go more quality over quantity, and there's going to be a little more editing on this video. This is a good win. I mean, well, yeah, it's a win. A win's a win. No, this is a game we could have lost. No, Jose, they cannot find me for an F-bomb. The FCC does not monitor YouTube. I could sit here and swear all night. If I swear too much, the video could get demonetized, but no. FCC is not going to be knocking on my door anytime soon. Well, yes, I'll take an ugly win. An ugly win over a loss any given night. Let's get into the end of game stats. Thank you for all the thumbs up, guys. Maybe we can get to 900 before the night's over. Can we get to 900? Maybe. Maybe not. There's still plenty of people to get us to 900. Would greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get into the stats. Let's round it up tonight, and then I'm gonna get to bed because it is late where I am. 12:37 in the morning. Where's our game? There it is, way over on the right. Spurs win their 58th game. Let's take a look at the Warriors first. Draymond Green with 14 points. Nate Williams with 18. LJ Cryer with 17. Brandon Podziemski with 14. Will Richard with 2. Off the bench, Malavi, Leons with 5. Omar Yurtseven with 17. Seth Curry with 12. Pat Spencer with 14. Pat Spencer with 14, 8, and 7, but he did have 5 turnovers. For the game, the Warriors shot 49, 40, 83. They turned the ball over 13 times. For the Spurs, turned over 14. We shot 47, 32, 80. For San Antonio, Julian Champagny, rough shooting night, 5 of 15. Did finish with 15 points, though. Wemby, 41, 18, and 3. Did not get the 41-20 game. He was 16 of 22 from the field, including 14 of 16 from two-point land. Unstoppable in the paint. De'Aaron Fox with 11 points, 4 and 4. Quiet night for Fox, and he's had a lot of quiet nights, but you know what? As I was saying earlier, we have so many guys that can score that, you know, Fox had a team best plus 30. Say what you will about only 11 points. The team was plus 30 when he was on the court in 25 minutes. That counts for something. Demisel with 8 on 2 of 8 shooting. Stephon Castle with 15 points, 7 boards, 11 assists. Did have the 4 turnovers, but he was 2 of 4 from 3. So the 3-point shooting is still trending in the right direction. Off the bench, Harrison Barnes, 13 points. Kelvin Johnson with 11. Dylan Harper with 13. And Carter Bryant in 17 minutes had a donut. He was 0 for 3 from 3. Mason Plumlee played 7 minutes, had 0 points, a turnover, and a steal. Spurs win their 58th game, 127-113. Take it, right? I'll take it over a loss. Let's talk to the chat for a little bit, and we'll call it a night. MVP, Wemby. You know what? Well, actually, let me fix this because it looks weird. Shrink that down. Wemby P, you say, huh? MVP Wemby? Is that what I'm hearing? Big game by Wemby, and Wemby's making that push for Wemby P for sure. All right, TXLme, thank you very much. Have a good night. Making sure I didn't miss any super chats. I did not. And, yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, my gosh. Tomorrow's going to be rough. Tomorrow, the Spurs play the Clippers at 10:30 Eastern. That is going to be so late. Even later than this game. Dante, Wemby's stats are not going to be up to date on any website yet. They'll be updated tomorrow. I will be doing a video about Wemby and MVP. That's going to be the video Friday. But I want to do a little more editing on it. So it won't be ready for tomorrow or today. It's Thursday where I am. I'll have it ready for tomorrow. All right. Oh, Mike SV with the $5 super chat. I got to read that before I go. It says, that second unit really brought my mood down. I wanted to win by 20. A win's a win, though, Mike, and I get it. You know what, Mike? I know for sure you'll take this win over a loss by less than 5 points. I know, today is tomorrow. When will then be now? Soon. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out. I should probably get some rest. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning where I am. And that's all I got. So thank you all for being here. I'll see you tomorrow for the Clippers at 10:30 today or tomorrow, depending on where you are, for the Clippers at 10:30 against old Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. On behalf of myself and the couch contingent, what you going to do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go, Spurs, go.